Good evening, ladles and jelly spoons, and welcome to the Fun Zone. It is Friday. It is the 30th of August. Congratulations, folks. We officially survived this what it feels like seemingly a never-ending heat wave where I am. We have nearly survived. I am melting in progress, Jeraffemy Jeremy Graves. I am joined by cool as a cucumber, Claire, aka Felflowne. And we are here tonight to play Chapter 2 of Emio, the Smiling Man. The Famicom that's the wrong window, hang on. The Famicom Detective Agency, there you go. Oh, that was a blunder, but there you go. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is Friday evening. Good evening to you, Harriet. Welcome. And as mentioned, we've made it to the end of August. We're going to delve into some more murder smiley bags, whatever I called it last week. And, oh, hang on, you're muted. You muted yourself, remember?
Oh, I thought I unmuted myself. It's the other way around, Jeremy. It was, you had murder bags, and you just said murder smiley bags, which is even better.
murder smiley bags.
Murder smiley bags. Murder smiley bags will murder your face off.
How is it going up in Bonnie, Scotland?
Well, as I told you earlier, Jeremy, if you say my name, I will appear, because you've got to believe in Felflowne. How are you doing?
Do you know what? It's been a long, fairly productive, quite energetic week. I was at Wembley Stadium last weekend for the big AEW All-In Wrestling show, which, if you're interested, if you head over to the Bunkermania UK YouTube and or Twitch channels, you can watch the full review that I did with Harriet Manga Girl and Matty Boo Twitches, who both are conveniently in the chat right now. You can hear us talk all about the show, both from an in-person point of view and a watching on television point of view, in case you are curious. I had a whale of a time there. My voice was a bit worse for wear. Then I did a reaction of the Nintendo Direct stream on Tuesday. Which stuff happened. Another Capcom fighting collection was announced, and my soul tried to escape from my mouth at the shock of it.
It did. Can confirm. Was there. Right, that is the YouTube for Bunkermania UK.
There we go, thank you very much.
The Twitch, I believe, is just twitch.tv / again, Bunkermania UK.
Correct, yes.
I love how Ian's like future-proofing for when you move into Europe. Bunkermania DE, Bunkermania
Europa.
Bunkermania Europa. I love it.
And and you know what? From a work perspective, it's end of the month, so deadline central is the way I'll sum up the rest of the week. But all is good. I got a project that's been signed off, which I'm quite happy has been signed off, as it were. So might be able to talk about it. I don't know yet. I'll try and check during the stream if I can.
I don't even ask because I know that you'll already have done the checking. So I'm like, I'll just wait and see if I find out. Like, seriously, knowing Jeremy is like knowing a secret agent. Anyone who works with any kind of media, it's like, are you a spy or are you working for a? Could be both. We don't know.
And elsewhere, do you know what? Ahead of tonight, I've really been looking forward to delving into the next chapter of Emio.
Oh, good, because I was worried that like I kind of strong-armed you into it last week.
No, not at all. It was a really fun time. Or okay, subject matter aside, it was a really fun time.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's nice to do something a bit different. Yeah, got you.
Sort of shake up the format a little bit, and I've not gone back and listened to the Japanese voices yet because I don't want to be influenced for the rest of our playthrough. But
I mean, they are. You'll recognise them as protagonist voice, sweet girl voice, older man voice. They're very much voices we've heard in a lot of animes. So I feel like we're making them more interesting. So I don't feel bad for that.
There we go. So looking forward to playing more of that. And I thought another very good Nintendo Direct earlier this week overall. And the Indie World, having the Indie World and the partner showcase was a very interesting formatting as well. I like how that worked out.
I like that they put the indie bit first. I thought that was good because it stopped people from just turning off when the partner thing was done, which we wouldn't do, but I know some people would. So like, it's always nice to know what kind of batshit stuff is coming from the indie guys.
Indeed, so, and when my big
indeed.
But my big announcement. You've probably seen the clip by now if you're a follower of this channel and such. But it is just me getting that Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Just holy crap! Like for me, it's the fact that Power Stone 1 and 2. Basically, pretty much all the games, but especially for me, it's Rival Schools 2, which is Project Justice, and Power Stone 1 and 2. Claire, I'm going to tell you now. if we get these games, we will have stupid, annoying fun with Power Stone.
What is I'll ask you this question off stream because I feel it will take up too much time, but I have never heard of Power Stone.
So Power Stone was a franchise. Well, I say a franchise. There were 2 games on the Sega Dreamcast. I'd almost liken it to a sort of kind of diagonal 3D perspective. If you imagine like think Super Smash Bros. So where it's kind of face on, but then imagine you're looking at it from a corner.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at a screenshot here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like kind of that perspective, but it's basically like a Super Smash Bros. Except they're all just kind of sort of Capcom characters that were created, and some of them you may now question. Are they quote unquote politically correct nowadays? But what you're gonna do, that's what it was, as it were, at the time.
I'm just enjoying the fact that the main character in Japanese, his surname is Fokker.
Yep. They had to change that.
It's literally, well, they changed it to Falcon in English, but part of me is like, I just don't think it's because they couldn't say Falcon, because that's not a sound that a Japanese person will be able to really make. Oh, he's called Pride Fokker in Japan. Oh my god, the son of Pride Falcon.
Also,
amazing.
Please show love and respect to Wang Tang.
Wang Tan is the second one on here. His name just sounds like a dog barking to me, though.
And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, because each character in the game has... So what in Power Stone 2 specifically, I can't remember if it's for 1, you have to collect gems and you kind of get like a super move. So it's kind of like in Smash, it's like your final Smash move. Wang Tang he effectively becomes a Super Saiyan and throws a spirit bomb down.
Yeah, it literally does say that on the Wikipedia article. That is exactly what it says. Also, I'm a big fan of the fact that there's a guy from Manchester in it, apparently.
There is a whole cast of characters, but yeah, that announcement.
Confused. Apparently, he's a reference to Jack the Ripper, and I don't have the heart to tell them that wasn't in Manchester. But whatever, it's all good.
The more you know.
Jack. Now I'm just imagining Jack the Ripper, but with like a Scouse accent. And I know Manchester's not Scouse. Don't fuck with me. I'm just great.
If anything, that'd make it even funnier.
Oh yeah, they're like, I'm not even from around here, and you're like, what the fuck? You're coming down from Newcastle from Liverpool to fuck with us.
Okay, so you know what? You've mentioned Manchester.
I have.
We should mention important music news for some people this week. But I'm going to start it off with more important music news this week, in that Finnish heavy metal band Winter Sun have finally, after over a decade, I think, released their long-awaited sequel album to Time 1 called Time 2.
They're like the embodiment of that I know you're trembling with anticipation theme, aren't they?
So I've not listened to it because I've been so busy at work today, but I'm driving up to the Arsenal game tomorrow. I may just listen to the whole thing in the car, but I'm worried I'll be too in the moment.
Oh, as in you won't be able to listen to it properly.
Well, and also I might just pay too much attention to the music.
Oh, and like flip your car upside down.
Yeah, so what I might do is I might listen to Time 1 in the car, and then when I'm like walking around...
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
When I'm walking around the streets of London ahead of the game, I might listen to Time 2, and I'll be even more amped for the game.
They have done other stuff in the meantime. They just haven't done Time 2.
Yeah, so they released the Forest Seasons, but it was meant to be Time 2 next, and they used the Forest Seasons via a crowdfunder to help fund the continuation of the creation of Time 2.
Are they a prog rock band, by any chance?
There are certainly progressive elements, but very much kind of more in the heavy metal end of the spectrum.
There's a lot of different metal things here, and not a single one of them is prog. We've got power, folk, melodic death, neoclassical, and black.
Yeah, I mean, the composition is insane, and yeah, but there are progressive elements, I would say, because all their songs are bare minimum like 10 minutes each. So you know.
Hang on, who's this? Is this one of the main dudes in it has spoken about the genre, saying it's difficult to put into a certain genre because there's a lot of variation. But to describe it, I would say something like, every word of this is capitalized separately.
Okay.
Extreme, majestic, technical, epic, melodic metal.
Yep, Joe, I completely agree with that. I bet that was Yari, wasn't it?
I don't know. It's Menpa. Maybe that Yari might be his first name.
Yeah, that might be him actually. Yeah, coming from.
It is. Yeah, it is Yari. Yep.
Yeah, Yari himself is an interesting character. But also, you know what else got released today? Randomly shadow dropped. Do you remember a few weeks ago? We will get to Emio in a few minutes, folks. Do you remember a few weeks ago? I say a few weeks ago. earlier this last month, whatever it was, at the Olympic opening ceremony, French death metal band, hello Noodle-chan, French death metal band Gojira performed outside a castle wall in France with like a beheaded Marie Antoinette introducing them and a boat going across the front of them.
Badass, yep.
They've released that performance as a single digitally.
I thought you were going to say that they've released... I had no idea what you were going to say, actually. No, I'm sorry.
Released the
Oh, I
Kraken?
thought this was going to be a release to Gorilla... this was going to be a link to Godzilla Minus One being back in cinemas. But,
I didn't even know it was a thing, so there you go.
I don't know when it's coming back, but it is going back into cinemas to coincide with a UK release on home media.
So, talking about what some people might describe as Godzilla-like music announcements, I'm going to ask you one...
Very Godzilla metal, very specific.
I'm going to ask you a single question, and I would like a single-worded answer, but if you want to elaborate after the fact, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Do you have any care at all that Oasis have reformed?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like me to quantify?
Yes, please.
Jeremy, you and I are almost exactly the same age, and when we grew up, it was difficult to avoid entirely the music that was popular.
Correct.
Because it was being played on radio, and personal music was available because obviously we had Walkmans and stuff like that, but it maybe wasn't the cheapest thing in the world.
It was a luxury.
You had to go to quite a lot of effort to avoid the mainstream, is what I'm saying. So as a result, even though you may not like the music that was being played a lot of the time, it will be intrinsically linked with a period in your life. Do you know what I mean? And if it was good, great. If it wasn't, not so great. For me, Wonderwall came out when I was 10, so 1995. It would have been the same for you. And I associate that with one of the best holidays I've ever been on. But also, Oasis was just during my time at school. I was moving into secondary school when they were getting big, So it's the time when you kind of almost start noticing that you're a human being. Now, they had no part in that, but they were the background music of it to an extent. Do you know what I mean? So there is a certain fondness I have for their music, whiny and arguably repetitive though it is. It didn't really sound like anything else we'd heard, and also it's like... And I also loved the kind of things that were going on in the 90s, like, oh, it's the Britpop wars, who's going to win, even though these bands aren't really that similar at all when you look back at it, kind of thing. So yes, I would say I did not think they would get back together because I was pretty sure the brothers would kill each other at this point. A bit like Simon and Garfunkel, they can't really be in the same room without one of them like sniping at the other. And I was just like, all I can think of is that they've got mortgages to pay off, and I mean I respect it, whatever, get that bread done. I think saying that you don't care, as in inverted commas, saying that you don't care when such a big band that was such a big part of your childhood life reforms is a little bit like, do you know what I mean? Just accept that you kind of like, oh, that's interesting, and then just move on. You're not going to go and buy any more of their
albums. Pretty much my reaction.
Literally, yeah, exactly. I don't own a single Oasis album. I think Keith has one, but he was a little bit older than I was, so he was in a position to buy his own music, and he made his own choices. I didn't really. I don't own anything on Spotify, nothing like that.
I think I probably know more Oasis songs through pure osmosis than I could actually name.
Literally that, because they were listing Oasis songs, and I immediately found I could add 3 more. And I was the same, because someone said, oh, Blur have only had one good song, and I was like, that's bullshit. If you're calling good songs that got a lot of airplay, which arguably, maybe not, there's at least 4 or 5 I can think of, all of which were massively different from each other in a way that Oasis's weren't. So, I mean, come on, let's just enjoy everything, Oh, someone in the chat says.
Harriet says, I mean, good for the fans and the band. I hope those who go to see it enjoy it. Well, it's
funny. I hope it isn't a fucking, shit show for the fans. Do you know what I mean? That's what
on that note...
Okay. Ooh. You're the king of segues today, Jeremy.
Right.
Have you bought shares in the...
I'd be minted if that was the case.
Jeremy just zoom sliding. No, what do you mean?
So apparently the ticket prices are stupid, which my literal reaction when someone pointed this out to me was, what did you expect?
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous to expect reasonable ticket prices for such a hyped up event. Whether the hype is deserved or not, we could debate until the cow come home. We're not going to get much argument on this forum, I think, Jeremy. You and I are pretty much agreed. But it's a case of that's how much the tickets cost. If you want to go that bad, you'll pay for it.
Yep.
It's like people going to see Taylor Swift, exactly the same thing. You know, people did all kinds of shit to get tickets for that, and everyone I know who went had a fucking amazing time.
Yep.
You know, so you do you.
Exactly. Although, for what it's worth, if I had to pick an Oasis album, What's the Story, Morning Glory? That's the one that always resonated with me.
What's this song that you have like the biggest connection to, whether bad or good?
For some reason, just What's the Story, Morning Glory. I just love the main
I know
riff.
that one as well.
Like the
I know that
main
one as
riff of
well.
it, just don do 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 don. Just always just thought, yeah, peak crunch. You know what I mean?
I
Or
really
peak chug,
like.
That's what it is.
I really, possibly an unpopular choice, but I'm a huge fan of. Do you know what I mean?
Which one's that?
Because all my people right here, right now.
Oh, okay,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? Yep, it's mainly because that came out when I had access to watching music television, so I was able to watch the video, which starts with like all these cool like military beeping noises and helicopters flying in, and it's just great sound design on the beginning of the song, which probably didn't play on the radio edit, but I didn't care because at that point I'd stopped listening to the radio, you know. But also, obviously, Don't Look Back in Anger. I fucking love that song. Wonderwall, I still know every word to.
Champagne Supernova is a pretty good song as well.
Yes, that is a song that comes into my head sometimes just from nowhere because words are so batshit. I actually had it in my head while I was trying to sleep the other night. I was like, how are you walking slowly yet as fast as a cannon? What the fuck?
The songs are just kind of just somehow live in your brain rent-free,
They do.
but ready to like strike when they want to.
Yeah, they are Russian super phrases. She's Electric as well also comes back in my brain every now and then because there's a line in it that says like she's got a sister, God only knows how I missed her, and on the palm of her hand is a blister, and I'm like, oh my god, were you just like writing with fridge magnets at this point? You know, what the fuck?
So yeah, it's like, you know what, if you're excited for it, amazing. The dates they're doing though, actually, final note before we move on properly to Emio, the thing I did find interesting before they added like another 3 dates because they realized, oh crap, people really want to see us.
It's a license to print money, yeah.
So the tour dates they announced were all at weekends.
That's because they're all old. Like
So for example, they were doing say like 4 dates in London. All the 4 dates were on Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. They've added like a couple on like a Wednesday now, which is quite funny. But have you noticed the Edinburgh dates?
I'm going to quickly look now.
Because let's just say,
watch me find out in real time.
It's August next year.
Oh, the Fringe!
What happens in August during Edinburgh Fringe? Like,
oh no!
So there is going to be 4, maybe 5 Oasis gigs happening at the time of the Fringe at Murrayfield
Is it going to be
Stadium.
the exact same time? Let me just. Oh, hang on.
It's
I've accidentally
going to be utter carnage.
Do we know that it for sure clashes? Because
I think it is clashing, yeah.
Fringe.
Because isn't Fringe just like all of August?
I thought it was, but I know it does. It does end like at some point. Fringe Edinburgh 2025 dates. The Fringe in Edinburgh in 2025. It's so the last week of August.
Okay.
You're free. Oasis dates.
You're going to get fed so many Oasis ads now
I don't
for
care,
searching
I
for
don't
it.
I mean, I was getting them anyway. A 3rd Oasis date. Oh, that's Cardiff. Okay. Murrayfield. Yeah, tell me the dates, asshole.
The new song from Oasis coming soon.
Tell me the dates, asshole! One will be in Edinburgh. Well, this is like they've included 2 dates. Oh, 8th and 9th. Yeah, that is bang in the first
Yeah,
week.
literally, like it is going.
Whoa.
So basically, if you're not going to the Fringe or not going to Oasis in Edinburgh next year,
Do not go
just
anywhere near
don't.
Edinburgh.
Just don't.
Move. If you live in... Oh my god, we have friends who live in Edinburgh. We should tell them. I'll be like, hey, how are you? Probably move.
You know what else we should also say when we ask people, how are you doing? That's when we switch over to Emio, because we need to ask people how they are doing following the calamitous stuff that happened in Chapter 1. That being... Smiley, smiley, murder bags, murder, murder, smiley bags was discovered, and now we need to figure out what is going on. But of course, as usual, not a sponsor, my gameplay tonight is brought to you by Pepsi Max. Not a sponsor, but I love the frickin' drink. And you're brought to us by Rubicon Raw.
Rubicon Raw.
Roar.
I'm just trying to see if because I can't stop looking at this, how far out of town the Murrayfield is, and I would say not far out of town enough.
It's right by. It's not Waverley. What's the other one? Haymarket Station. is it?
Haymarket.
Yeah.
It's really close to Haymarket and the castle. So I mean, obviously, yes, it's very prestigious, but I'm like, oh my god. Can you imagine asking someone else for a venue in the Fringe week? They'd be like, well, you better be fucking Oasis. Like, well, funny story there, actually. we actually are.
Honestly, though, anyone who's performing at the Fringe next year, they should latch onto the Oasis hype and try and do something related to it.
Oh, they're comedians. They're always going to be
literally
adjusting their act. Yeah, that's good spot there, Jeremy. That's going to be interesting. That'll be like trying to do something in Cheltenham in Gold Cup week. But on a smaller scale, but also exactly, Cheltenham's not as big as Edinburgh, so it's like, hey, this week is going to be for Irish people coming in with dodgy £50 notes, this band, and flying ants. Have a good time.
So, a quick reminder of what happened last time. There was a murder which looked like something that had occurred nearly 20 years ago involving the Smiley Bags, and I believe...
The Smiling Man is what his name.
The Smiley Bag.
Smiley Bag was like a My Little Pony.
We are at the police station about to speak to the chief, I think it is, because we wanted to speak to them. Inspector, but then we got accosted by the dude who wouldn't let us go.
Oh, that was Dice Kamihara. Now, confusingly, because I mistook these two names, the chap who's the inspector, the older guy who your voice,
Kamada.
His surname is Kimi. Well, his first name is Kimiharu, so he's Kimiharu Kamada, and then there's Dice Kamihara. So there's similar names there. One of them's a surname, one of them's a first name. But try not to get too like. I got confused. Do you know what I mean? I was like, at the first glance, I was like, are they related to each other? I was like, no. One of them is a first name, the other one is a surname. So
also, fun thing we discovered off stream, folks. You can lock save files on this. So you can see
Jeremy was super excited about that. Yeah.
So you don't save over it. It's a great feature, like freaking great. So let's load.
It's saving you from yourself.
There you go. There you go. Wait, review the plot. Let's see if we were right. I'm really curious.
I think you were pretty right, but let's do it.
Let's see. What do we have?
It just fills in a game that we haven't played, and we're like.
The body is identified as Eisuke Sasaki, age 15. Eisuke is a student at the local middle school, Minami Daisan Junior High School. The victim's head was covered with a paper bag, with a smiley face drawn on it. The bizarre appearance bears similarities to unsolved serial murders from 18 years ago, as well as the urban legend of the Smiling Man. According to Ayumi's research, Ayumi being our assistant, everything about Eisuke Sasaki's family life, was quiet and normal. Around 8 p.m., Eisuke was standing near the front door of his home, holding the telephone receiver. I remember this now. He went off on his own shortly thereafter. But Sugi says police never disclosed that the victims of 18 years ago were found with smiley decorated paper bags placed over their heads.
Have we fucked it up then by telling that guy? Should we not?
Probably. The next day, you decide to go back to the police station to speak with Inspector Kamada.
Because we tried to speak to him last playthrough, but he wasn't there.
He was in a meeting.
Hi, Stitcher. He was busy. Hi, Stitcher. Sorry. I was just going to quickly say as well, Minami Dice. I looked up what it meant, and so Minami means south, and Daisan means third. So it's basically just like the third southern. Weirdly enough, and this is probably an entire coincidence because it is such a generic name, but there's also a school with that name in the anime, Haikyuu.
There you go.
It is very generic. It's like southern, middle, third. Cool. Right, thank you.
The more you know. So yeah, good recap. I like that as a feature.
I like that as a feature. I think maybe they did it before as well, or that's a great quality of life update.
There you go. So here we go. Let's see how well I've retained voices. Oh, here we go again, the menu. I've not thought about it for a week and I'm excited.
It's Lord Melcher in the hot seat. Yes, that's exactly right, Matty. Minami is called MinamiCon because it's South Convention. Spoiler alert, Kitakon Kita means north, so that is why Kitakon is called Kitakon. There you go.
But it's in the Midlands.
It is, but at the time, it was the first time it came out, it was more north than it is now.
Absolutely fair.
And also, I think it was in a place called Northampton as well, so that's why they kind of got the name.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So-
it wasn't northern by any, like, main things.
So let's ask and listen about the paper bag.
Yes. I hope you remember what you're doing here, because
I heard that the paper bag itself seemed like it might have been old. Is that true?
Don't you remember, Jeremy? It was dank!
I really can't say until we get the results, but we'll know soon enough.
Tell me about your pigeon, Speckled Jim.
This is just a difficult case. Oh, okay, I was expecting more than that, but there you go.
Yeah, so unfortunately this bit is going to be Jeremy talking to himself. It happens sometimes on all our playthroughs, but it just happens sometimes.
So they still don't know how old that paper bag is.
You're really hung up on those.
Let's find out why they didn't tell anyone about it 18 years ago.
Oh, come on, we know that though, don't we?
Murders from 18 years ago. I understand that you kept the paper bag a secret in the previous case. Is that right? Says me, the investigative reporter.
No, you're a detective.
I know, I know that, but it feels like I'm conducting an interview at this point.
You just lock the door and you're like, don't leave.
That's right. I was in charge of the investigation, and it was my call.
That was a good call.
Notebook updated. I see. And we had good reason. It was a big scandal anyway, but if all the bizarre details had leaked...
Scandal? That's
Well,
a weird word to use.
just seemed best not to rile folks up about details. Could have slowed down our investigation.
Nah, that's bullshit, mate. That's not why you withhold information.
Trying not to rile folks up.
I mean, it's a secondary effect, but I would say the reason that mostly the police withhold information is because then if people mention it in interviews, they're like, but how did you know that? Kind of thing.
Let's
I mean-
keep asking Inspector Kamada the important questions.
Inspector Kamada, did you kill those girls?
What did you have for lunch?
Have you tried Jollibees yet? My husband keeps going there and won't bring me any chicken.
Like I said, we kept details secret, don't need people freaking out and slowing down the investigation.
That's bullshit, mate. That's bullshit.
Okay, any observations?
Ugh.
This is just a difficult case, okay?
He's clearly exhausted. Try looking at his face. Remember, that's what used to get us out of
Indeed.
issues. Oh no, let's have a look at
I
that.
showed you the photo of the victim with the paper bag, right?
Want to see?
If that
Why
got
do you have so
out-
many copies of this?
If that got out to the public, there's a chance someone would try to copy it.
Literally, that's another reason why you don't really... This whole freaking out bullshit. Oh, whatever, man, whatever.
Where?
On his head.
His nose.
Got your nose.
Is it my imagination? Or is he oddly familiar?
Yeah, we saw him a few days ago.
I guess back.
Okay.
Ask. My understanding is that we never caught the killer who committed those crimes 18 years ago. Is that right?
Imagine if you went, no, that's not right. We've got him right here. You're like, oh shit. Game over.
Yes. Still haunts me to this day. Hell, since the cat's out of the bag, let me share a few other shameful secrets with you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need an adult.
And then I go on.
Oh, you weirdos.
Well, in addition to the 3 tragic unsolved murders, mind you, we worked that case hard. I didn't want
What's
to
the shaft?
I didn't want to see any more lives lost on my watch.
You cradled the witnesses and worked the case hard.
But something else slipped through our fingers.
Okay.
Do the thing. Do the thing. It's not doing the thing. There it is.
Oh, it's not doing the thing. Oh,
Oh,
did it?
there you go. Okay, there you go. Ah,
Hang on. Oh,
ah.
Yay! Sorry for this random X-rated division there. I just was just working the case hard. Got me. It got me good.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, we had a missing person, a young boy. Ah.
Maybe he did it.
His name was Makoto Kuze.
Kuze, you say? We know a Kuze.
Curious.
Go on.
Oh, Kuze, you said? It's like as an echo.
Kuze.
Makoto Kuze. So are you saying...
Oh my god, he moved.
Yes, it's exactly what you're thinking. He's Detective Kuze's older brother, 6 years older. He was 14 years old when he just disappeared.
So she's about the same age as Dice then.
I personally suspect that he was murdered by the same person.
Based on what, Commander?
It was a tremendous blow to my team. Let
why?
alone my colleague.
No, she wasn't his colleague then.
No, I know, but my current colleague at the time.
Fair. Yeah, that's true. But why?
I mean, the way I said that was wrong, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Fortunately, we never did find another victim in a paper bag like that. Until now. Unfortunately, we never found Paul Makoto either.
He's in 17 paper bags.
To this day, he's considered a missing person. But I think it's possible, even likely, there's a connection.
Okay.
Let's think. Didn't Inspector Kamada just say they didn't find any more bodies with paper bags on their heads after that?
Yes, that is what he
Does
said.
that mean that until Eisuke was murdered, there had been no similar incidents for 18 years?
Yes? Is that a weird thought? Yeah.
So,
okay, you didn't say it loud.
there
Alright, cool.
weren't any other similar cases after Makoto's disappearance, other than this one. Ha! I see Mr. Utsugi has trained you well. That's right.
Yes, I'm working the case hard.
Since Makoto Kuze disappeared, we haven't seen any serial murders involving young girls, only adults.
So that's... Did he say only adults?
No. That was me
That's
editorializing.
not what he said before. He said there weren't any that hadn't got paper bags on their heads.
Yeah.
He didn't say no other... Is this going to be one of those things where we have to notice, like Phoenix Wright,
Yeah.
where they try and tell us black is
So
white?
none
and
involving
shut up?
paper bags. So no serial murders involving paper bags for 18
But now
years.
he's saying there's been no more murders involving young girls, which is not what he said before.
We're not sure why, but fortunately we haven't seen that sort of crime since then. Oh, so he's saying literally no serial murders involving young girls at all?
That's what I thought he was saying, because first of all he said none with paper bags, and I was like, well, yeah, I'd expect that because that's fucking weird. But I wouldn't. I mean, obviously, having no serial murders of any is a great thing. You know, good. We like that. But also, I would think that was way more unlikely than having more murders with bags. This is unclear. Let's continue.
Let's think. Let's keep Let's keep asking Inspector Kamada the important questions.
I love how this game tells us off when we do things that to do.
For the record, there have been no new murder victims like this since Makoto Kuze went missing.
What does he mean by like this?
Oh, there's another thing I should mention after I sneeze.
Watch out!
That was a sneeze brought on by the Smiley murder bags, available now.
Bless you, smiling man.
We had a suspect at the time, but he disappeared shortly after the first murder.
Everything this guy says, I'm just thinking, you should probably stop talking, because everything you say makes you sound worse and worse at your job.
Right after the first murder?
Oh, so 2 more got murdered after he disappeared?
Yes, so there were 2 disappearances back then surrounding our case. I'm assuming then that's Makoto Kuze and the suspect.
Okay, alright.
It feels like everything is connected, but we still have a few missing pieces, you know?
Are you going to tell us the suspect's name, or we're going to have to, like, poke you with something sharp? Yeah, there we go.
Do you have any more information about the man who went missing? I suppose so. Turns out that he knew the first victim from the serial murder girl case.
So she was murdered. The suspect was a suspect presumably because he knew her.
Mm-hmm.
And then he disappeared, and 2 more disappeared, and then Makoto disappeared. Okay, cool. I'm trying to keep the timeline.
They had
straight in my
apparently
head.
been meeting up frequently.
How old was he?
Anyhow, the same day the body of the first victim was found, we found a disturbing amount of blood in the man's apartment.
I'd say any amount is disturbing.
Oh. We thought that perhaps the man was injured in some kind of altercation relating to the murder.
Or he did a murder at his house.
It's also possible that he himself is the killer. But he's still missing, along with the truth.
And the blood.
I'm afraid we weren't able to establish a connection between him and the series of murders.
We kept asking him questions, but he didn't answer because he was missing.
Let's have a think.
Ugh.
So there were 2 missing people involved in the case 18 years ago. One was a man who apparently knew the victim. They found blood in his apartment after he disappeared. And the other was Detective Kuze's brother.
So from what I'm hearing, that we haven't found out the exact ages of girls, have we? Other than that they were all between 13 and 19. But depending on how we're close to each end of that scale the first victim was, it's a bit strange that a fully grown man was meeting up with her, do we not think?
Agreed.
Even if she was 19, it's still a bit like... Anyway, let's continue.
Makoto Kuze has been missing the whole time. I wonder if Inspector Kamada ever met Detective Kuze as a child. Let's find out! I've known Detective Kuze since she was a kid, but I don't think she remembers me much from those years.
She was 8, wasn't she?
She sure has grown up, though.
I hate it when people say things like that.
She's tough and sharp as a tack. Great detective.
Okay, cool. You could have been creepy there and you were. That's because Dice has got all the creepy genes.
Let's keep asking Inspector Kamada the important questions.
Cool! What are we going to ask him?
It's just what?
Justice!
I think Kuze is working a bit too hard.
She is a woman, you know.
It feels like she's just tense all the time, always pushing. A bit like that Bruce Wayne fellow from the DC Comics.
Oh shit, I remember now, because they were all like getting like, oh god, she's got such a strop on when a random person turns up at a crime scene and tries to interfere with the body, and then when her colleague turns up drunk and late, and they're like, yeah, what a dick. And I'm like, no, she's not a dick at all. Alright. And then again, maybe other things, but we should probably look at our notebook in a minute as well.
It's gotta be tough. A brother gone missing from a young age. It might be weighing on her.
Yeah, why didn't she do anything about it when she was 8?
But what I do know, I'm no shrink.
But what do I know?
But what do I know? But what do I know? That's how it should be said. I'm no shrink. Get there in the end, folks.
Funny thing is, the screen that I'm looking at is a bit smaller and a bit less clear than the screen that people on stream are seeing. So I was like, he's not a shark. Oh, a shrink! 50-50 if that had been my line, I probably would have said shark by accident.
I still can't figure it out all these years later. That was insightful. Kuze's already on the Sasaki case, as you know. She's the best we've got. Reliable and always gives her all.
Can we ask you about that creepy guy?
Eisuke's case.
Case.
Is it... me now. Is it possible that Eisuke was killed by the same person who killed the others 18 years ago?
I mean, sure.
Well, we can't rule it out. But we should also consider the possibility of a copycat.
However, how did they know?
Since certain details about the crime were never made public, a copycat is pretty unlikely.
I mean, you're just telling anyone who wants, so possible.
Then there's the matter of the victims. Why target girls then, and a boy now?
Oh god, I forgot how obsessed they were about this.
And there's one more critical difference. Do you know what it is?
Yes, we do.
The paper bag was made of different material. The victims were killed in a different manner. It's clearly the paper bags are made from a different material, you know.
Yeah, one was made of paper and one was made of paper.
One was made of tissue paper.
Oh.
Different manner. I'm assuming that's what you agree with as well.
Pretty sure we had the exact same conversation with what's his name, Daisuke as well.
That's right. You seem to have a pretty good handle on this case already. Maybe I should hire
somehow-
you. What's your rate?
Somehow we've been talking for 20 minutes and I've not learned anything. I suppose we've learned about Kuze's brother. That's interesting.
As you said, the serial murders were committed barehanded, while Eisuke was strangled with a cord. Of course, a killer could deviate from his modus operandi in the heat of the moment. We can't rule that out.
Weirdly enough, it's less likely they'll deviate because they tend to fall into what they know. But anyway, yeah, go on.
And if we're chasing the same pup, he's now 18 years older than
Yeah,
he
he
was.
may not be as strong. He may not be as strong. Yeah.
Maybe his methods have changed over time. Maybe he has some grabby claws, you know?
Maybe he had his hands removed and bear claws put on.
Or he's a litter picker, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm still thinking it's him. It's you, come on. It's you to
I
do
see.
it.
Let's have a think. So the paper bag might be the only common factor. It all seems like it's coming back to that smiling man urban legend. Come to think of it, has Inspector Commander heard of the smiling man? Let's ask and or listen.
Let's stop, collaborate, and ask him a question about the smiling man.
By the way, are you familiar with the Urgent
The Urgent Leopard?
The Urgent Leband.
Leonard Skinner?
By the way, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? The Smiling Man? No, what the hell is that? Interesting.
Do we know if it's a new urban legend?
Well, it relates to the paper bags you found on these victims. Paper bags with the smiley murder faces on them.
I'm wondering if the urban legend was created by those murders 20 years ago, because that's sometimes what happens.
But
with
no
urban
one
legends.
knew about them, so how did it get created?
Well, no, as in like the murders were real, right?
But how did the,
But then
how did the smiling man thing get created?
As a result of those murders.
Okay, but if the details weren't released to the public, it would only have been for the people who survived.
You're right. I'm attacking anyone who survived.
We'll keep that in our brains.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
A man with such a bag on his head would appear in front of a crying girl and threaten to give her a smile forever. The victims are said to be found in the same type of paper bag with a crude smiley face drawn on. Drawn on. Are you serious? That's a real urban legend?
Well, I mean, that's a weird sentence, but yes. Real urban legend.
This smiling man thing. It sure does seem like those murders could have been the inspiration behind it.
I mean, you know what it's like when people say, oh, we didn't tell anyone. There's always someone who knows, because there's so many real life cases of people going, oh, well, this guy knew about this in the interview and we didn't release it. And then it turns out that one newspaper released it. And then all of their work is undone because of that.
Yeah.
So,
But you said that the information about the paper bags was never made public, right?
conversation we had like 5 minutes ago.
That's right. It would have been irresponsible.
So...
But you know, there are a lot of people at a crime scene. The paper bag thing could have leaked.
Yeah, you get people wandering past and all, rubbernecking.
I wouldn't rule out a connection.
Yeah, that's legit.
It could even be the reverse, that the killer was copying this legend.
Hence why I asked if we knew when it started.
The whole thing is such a mess. Well, it's getting late. I should get back to the investigation.
You can give me any tea. I'm not a big fan of this interview.
I should probably excuse myself as well. Let's head to the scene of the crime so I can take a look at the spot where the body was found. But first, Was there any tea here? Was there anything I forgot to ask?
Was there? No. I don't think so.
Well, I think I'll be on my way now, unless there's anything you can share with me.
Good idea.
Let's see. Now that you mention it, you did speak with Kamihara extensively yesterday, didn't you?
Not through choice. I tried to escape.
It's like, yes, that's right.
That's great.
I know Detective Kuze is taking this case personally. And that, well, that might be putting a lot of pressure on him as her partner.
Oh, gross.
Kamihara. What do you think about Kamihara? Odd duck, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the kindest way.
To say the least. But you know, he gets results. Kamihara is a pretty good detective after all. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot though.
What?
As in he's crap with a gum.
Yeah, no, I get it, but why mention that? That sounds like the kind of thing that might be worth
Let's think back on that in like a chapter's time or something. Literally.
Right, why does it look like an Imperial Stormtrooper's been here? Oh no, Kamihara!
Oh, Kamihara.
Who else but Kamihara?
Anything else? Any more observations? I knew Kamihara would make an impression, didn't I?
That's a strange sentence.
Let's have a think. I'm sure I'm learning a lot of surprise. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sure I'm learning a lot of surprising things about Detective. My voice. I'm sure I'm learning a lot of surprising things about Detective Kamihara.
I don't think we've learnt much.
Anything else you want to say? I still can't figure it out all these years later.
I think we're good.
So heavily invested in it. I have to wonder if there's a connection from the cold case 18 years ago.
I think we've done everything.
Well, you must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze, as in, not well.
I love how they're making it out like it's a 50-50 problem.
Yeah. She ripped into him again yesterday while I was here.
Yeah, what a dick!
But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo.
Okay.
Yes, believe it or not, Kamihara looks up to Kuze like a mentor.
Good.
Meanwhile, Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings.
I don't think she does. Honestly.
Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze has really mellowed out.
I think she's just started taking fucking... What's the name? What's that drug called? Diazepam or something, because she can't deal with it. Xanax.
Credit where it's due, I think that's Kamihara's influence.
Or it could be Xanax.
Alright, well,
Right, okay. I think we've got everything.
Let us travel.
Where are we going to go?
The scene of the crime. Thank you so much for your time, Inspector Kamada. I should be on my way now. Sure thing. Do you need anything else, just stop by.
I'll be in a meeting, but you know.
I will. Thank you.
Arigato.
Oh, and by the way, how old are you now, Zargrath?
That's a weird question. I'm just trying to decide if I want to murder you or not. What? No, what?
19, sir. So you wouldn't have heard about those previous murders at the time they were committed?
Well, I would, but I would have been like, goo goo gaga.
No, sir. Just trying to learn everything I can now.
1-year-old protagonist of murderer.
That's good. You need to immerse yourself to try to understand.
The swimming pool!
I'm glad to hear you're approaching this investigation with the right attitude. And I'm hopeful that you'll bring an outsider's perspective to it. Might be the key to our solve.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Good. I'm counting on you.
Wakarimashita.
Hi!
Can I go? Can I go now? Oh my god, he's still talking!
Where are you heading next, by the way? Well, I was wondering if I could take another look at the crime scene. Do you mind? I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Oh, that saves us a trip then.
Ha! Just pulling your leg, rookie. You're part of the Itsuki Detective Agency, so you get full access.
God, you're a fucking comedian.
Oh, thank you. I just got your joke. Comedian.
Oh, that was an accidental joke, but I'll take
Well, there you go. I gave you full credit.
I just fucking wobbled over his voice, over the name. Rather.
Some locations may be taped off, but you can ignore that. Go ahead and investigate.
Just touch everything. It's fine.
Just, yes?
Don't murder anyone.
Don't tell Kuze.
She's going to find out because she's good at her job. Oh my god.
She will murder me, Chief.
I am not happy with how Kuze is being treated as a character.
Scene of the crime. Here's the pump station. Oh, yeah, it was a pump station, wasn't it? Here's the pump station where Eisuke Sasaki's body was found.
Stupid question. What's a pump station?
I guess where to, like, do the water treatment and stuff. That's what I assumed.
I do.
Let's do a Google. Japanese pump station.
Public utility buildings containing pumps and equipment for pumping fluid from one place to another.
Yes.
So I guess it's kind of like a water tower, maybe?
Kind of, yeah. I think it's kind of like water treatment and stuff like that, so like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a sewage treatment plant, maybe, as well.
I've got the green light from Inspector Kamada. Time to check it out. Puts the hat on. Ooh, pump station.
You just start running through it going, bee, 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 bee.
The body was found around here. An early morning passerby saw him lying strangely on the ground and called the police. I'm sure there was a terrible shock. I don't know why I read it like that. Why would anyone have passed by here? I'm pretty sure they said it was a dog walker, didn't they? Or a runner?
Dog walker, and I think it was a jogger, maybe. Dog walkers and joggers go everywhere. Can confirm that's why they find so many bodies.
Where? Ooh, fence. I think Eisuke's body was found in front of this fence.
Oh, so literally in front of it.
What a lonely place. I can't help but imagine him with that terrible paper bag on his head.
It's okay, he was dead. He didn't care.
Oh, what does it say? Warning sign.
Don't die here.
There are warning signs here. One from the police and one from the water department.
And what do they say?
How long has this facility been here?
Why does that matter?
Okay, that's a bush.
Bush.
The bushes seem normal.
Oh, good. Mr. Botanist.
No signs of no signs of trampling or anything knocked over. Senor Botanist.
Botanist-chan. Let's have a look at this bush.
I don't see anything here that might be a clue. Let's look at the dirt. Nothing of particular concern here.
Okay.
Okay. Can we ask and listen to the gate?
Okay. I mean, that's fair. You might have been someone behind you.
Yeah. Let's have a think. Is this the kind of place someone would just pass by?
Maybe you're supposed to use your phone.
Ooh.
Try it. See what happens.
Ring, 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 ring. Phone call, phone call.
Do you want to go out for a baked potato?
She's not picking up. I guess she's busy.
Sorry, I've got very bad reception inside this paper bag. Try it, Sugi, then. I love his little smile, like, hey.
Maybe Mr. Itsuki is busy.
You know, for the sense of completeness, let's call the office as well. I mean, we might as well. It'd be silly not to call the number we have. I'd be surprised if anyone's there.
You have reached
Oh,
sorry. You have reached the Itsuki Detective Agency. I'm sorry, but we are currently out of the office.
Welcome to Gift Gaff Mobile.
Please state your name, number, what the crime is, and what we can help with after the tone.
And why the fuck you're calling me during the day.
Wait for it. Beep. Oh, sorry. A representative from my office will contact you shortly. Beep.
I was premature with that beep. What about now?
What kind of message should I leave? Alright, boss, how's it going, yo? let's.
Leave a message. Oh, don't leave a message. Yeah, we don't need to leave a message. Yeah, that's fine.
You know, let's not.
Okay, so we tried that.
Can we look and examine elsewhere? Surroundings.
If we call out, maybe somebody will come over.
It's a lonely place. No one's around.
Okay, let's have a look at our notebook.
Think.
Because we meant to do that before.
Let's look around at everything we can. Okay.
Have you looked at the lock on the door?
That's what I was just wondering. Padlock.
No, it's not. That's just a fence.
What about this fence? What about the metal rod?
No, it's not coming up as anything different.
What about above the... pump station. What's going on in here? I'm strangely intrigued.
Pumping!
Okay, let's have a look around back.
That was it. That's the thing we needed to do.
Well, there you go.
We do need to look at our notebook in a bit, though. Mm-hmm. Because it updated a few times during our conversation with...
Oh, it looks exactly the same. Oh, I didn't see...
Yeah, we went round and we came back. A quantum pumping station?
There's a path leading up to the back side of the facility. So this isn't a dead end after all.
Okay.
I wonder if the person who found the body came through here as some kind of shortcut. I don't see anything else of interest.
Cool, so we leave?
Still, pretty spooky.
Is it? This looks like a really nice day.
I almost feel like the smiling man is watching me from the shadows.
That imagination's gonna get you in trouble, buddy. Oh, it's night now.
Who could have come here and done such a terrible thing to Eisuke Sasaki?
No. Okay.
So I think.
Notebook? Okay.
I don't think there are any more clues here. Let's take the bus back to the office.
Okay, before we do that though, let's look at it.
You're determined to have a look at the notebook.
I am determined! Because there's quite a lot of new stuff to look at.
So...
Okay, this is why I can't read it on your...
Okay, so Eisuke Sasaki, what's the new information? Let's have a look. ZR is that button. Oh, no, okay, wrong one.
ZR is apparently not that button.
The condition of the body was similar to the paper bag that covered his head was apparently fairly old. There were no reports of trouble with his family. It seems Eisuke may have been talking to someone on the phone just before he died.
Okay, alright.
Inspector Kamada. At the time of those killings, the info about the paper bag was not released to avoid alarming the public. Inspector Kamada also led the investigation of the serial murder of girls 18 years ago. Kamada said that there were 2 disappearances 18 years ago as well. Makoto Kuze, and a man who knew the first victim. He thinks that the missing man may be connected to the murders 18 years ago somehow. He did not know about the urban legend known as Emio, the smiling man, until he heard it from me. So
he says. I was hoping that there would be something that clarified the goddamn whether it was people with bags or murders, but I don't know, it didn't, so...
Her current work partner is Detective Kamihara.
Lucky Junko.
Kamihara comes off as a bit odd and even careless, but he's a good detective with sharp instincts, according to Kamada. However, his shooting skills are the worst.
There you go, that's why.
Makoto Kuze.
A new character.
Junko Kuze's older brother. He disappeared 18 years ago and has not been seen since.
That's generally what disappearing means.
Makoto disappeared around the time of the serial murders of girls. No new victims have surfaced, but a connection is unclear.
Interesting that they've got his age down there as 32, as if he's still alive. You notice that?
Good point.
Yeah, that's weird. Missing man.
The missing man, years old. A man went missing around the time of the serial murders of girls 18 years ago. He knew the first victim. On the day the first victim's body was found, he disappeared, leaving behind a disturbing amount of blood in his apartment.
Okay, so we're probably guessing he was probably in his early 20s if they were describing him as a dude. So he would probably be 40-something now? About the age of Utsugi, I guess?
I think so, yeah.
If he's still alive. We don't know.
Oh.
Oh, hey, pretty boy.
Let's see. The next bus is arriving tomorrow. In an hour?
Oh, I can't wait now!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It might be faster to walk back.
Or get murdered.
Oh?
Is it Junko?
Oh, no.
Oh, hang on, sorry, that's just me, isn't it?
Oh, no.
I haven't had to do a voice in ages, give me a second. Okay, hang on. Hello, boy detective. Looks like you're working hard on our case. Thanks.
Oh, Detective Kamihara. I should actually be thanking you.
Junko's in the car, look. And she is sat in the passenger seat, so he must have been driving. Oh, please. Anyway, what's up? Notice anything new? She's on the phone. See that? If you found something different, maybe thanks to your private investigator mindset, please let me know.
I'm afraid I didn't find much.
No, we didn't, did we? Oh well. Let me know if you do find something, or if I can help in any way.
Oh, Junko's off the phone. Isn't he supposed to be one of the primary investigators? Are we just gonna have a really long conversation outside the car now?
Junko's like, I refuse to make eye contact because I'm very grown up. I'm on my way back to the station, but...
Sorry. But...
Yeah.
What?
I don't know!
How's the investigation going on your side?
Ugh, I'm kinda stalled out. Don't worry about me, boy detective. Oh, there's a bit of a comment here. Anyway, if I find anything, I'll share the info with... Oh! Never mind.
Is Junko like looking out of the car or something? Is there anything I can think of?
No, she's not. She's just looking straight forward.
Huh? It's almost like he's been told not to say anything.
Yeah, that's weird.
Have you noticed anything new here? Why is he staring at me so intensely?
Well, boy detective.
Yes?
You got a haircut, didn't you?
I didn't, but...
Dang it. Usually that's what people are looking for when they ask if you've noticed something new. Is it? Is it? Alright. The missing thing there is, Kamihara, is I'm not your girlfriend. Or your wife.
Oh boy. Alright, let's have a think. Something seems off about him.
More so than usual.
Let's look at his face, I guess. In fact, wait.
And more, or maybe at Junko. There she is.
Detective Kuze. Oh. Let's look at his tie.
Nice tie, Kamihara.
I wonder if he's always been this way.
With a tie on. Are you waiting for a bus? You know they don't come by very often.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah. I took a look at the schedule. Oof.
Oof McGoof.
I was actually just thinking about it might be faster to walk back to the office.
Oh, there's paper bag murderers out there. No, you don't want to do that. You'll get all sweaty. Sweaty? Not a good look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Are you coming on to me? I'm confused by your actions. Well, I'd give you a ride if I could. But I've got my back seats full of just Popeye's chicken. But, yeah. Again, what? What does that mean? Why can't you give me a ride back?
Is he being even stranger than he was? Is he bugged or something?
It's either like he's bugged or someone's watching him.
Yeah.
Oh, Junko's back on the phone, look. Matty, I think I just started as Rona. Time.
Ah. I see.
Oh, so... Oh. Cammy, we've got to go.
Okay.
Yes, Mom. Sorry, I'm getting called away.
And?
The bus doesn't come by often, does it? Sucks. Leave then! This is so awkward! You're doing this!
He approached me But it seems like something is going on with him. I guess I shouldn't hold him up any longer?
Please.
I think I'll just wait for the bus, but thanks for your concern.
Why did you get out of the car? Got to. Well, take care. Take care then. See ya. Bye. Oh! Disappeared. What's the point of that? Great. That was fun. Brilliant.
This screenshot perfectly encapsulates what just happened.
Do you know what this screenshot makes me think of, Jeremy? Do you know that bit in, I think it's like the 4th or 5th episode of the original Evangelion, just Shinji train platform, Misato in the car, and it's like 5 minutes and all you can hear is the cicadas going, and it's just really long. And then eventually Shinji's, I'm home. And then Misato's like, welcome home. It's so fucking weird. I just remember how long it is and the cicadas go the whole time. Oh god. And the lift scene as well, which people have elongated artificially.
I guess there's no choice but to wait for the bus. How should I pass the time? By playing on my Nintendo Switch, available now. You can play all sorts of games.
Oh cool, they've done a remaster of the old Famicom game. Oh Jeremy, I got in so much trouble I walked into one of Keith's D&D games, which I do occasionally. They know I
Oh,
and,
hang on, hold that thought. Your voice is starting to cut out a bit, so let's do a little...
Okay.
Let's do a refresh. Let me just find the right screen. Give me a second. Oh, the game screen's not there, but you can do your thing, and I can make it work. There we go.
Okay, am I going?
Yep, you do your thing. All is good. I don't know why the screen is so far skew-whiff on that page, but there you go, folks. That's just how it rolls sometimes, isn't it? And we shall refresh, as it were. And any second... I don't know why. It still says Nintendo Partner Showcase. Clearly, I've not redone this. Is that at all obvious, folks? Hang on. There you go. Look at that. That's better. And I see a Felflowne has returneth. And then, as if by magic, we're back! There you go.
Turned off Chrome just on the off chance it's Chrome that's messing with it, but that does mean I won't be able to see chat, so...
There's no one here to talk to.
Can I tell my D&D story?
You can, yes.
So, I don't... Jeremy, you know, but maybe people on the stream don't know. I cannot do D&D. I can't do it. It's not to do with being neurodivergent. It's the combination of being neurodivergent and being me means I cannot deal with the pace of D&D at all. I just can't. It drives me insane. So, Keith, my husband, very patient, very good at D&D. So he goes and does his D&D. I go do something else. So the DM, who's a lovely man called Matt, was describing they'd come up to a door, right? And they walked in. No! That's what you would do if you came to a door in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What they did was spend 5 minutes of the only life that the Lord God has given them on this earth, looking at the door, right? So I'm just like, are we gonna open it? And they were like, we need to do some rolls. I was like, cool. They finally get the door open, right? They don't go through it though. They're looking through it into the room beyond, right? And due to the way D&D works, they have to like roll a bunch of times to see what they can make out in the room, right? And all that's in the room is this giant big black ball that's about 2 feet across that seems to be hovering in a kind of way. There's nothing else in the room at all other than just some trash like in the corners and a clear track of like a one-wheeled cart that's come in and left again. And they start discussing what kind of roles they can do to try to get the best information out. And my friend Anna is having a complicated conversation with the DM over why she should be allowed to roll one stat over another. And I'm just there like, have you gone inside yet? And they were like, no. And I was like, I swear. Look, it's clear what's happening here. This is a trash orb. They are bringing the rubbish down, throwing it into the orb of, you know, like, transcendiation because they don't give a shit what it does. And they're like, we found this magic orb that makes everything that touches it disappear. You know what we're going to do? Throw all the rubbish in it. And I was like, anyway, if you're going to spend 20 minutes going through a door, I'm going to leave, right? So I wandered away to, like, over here. And I was just standing there, like, going, can't believe that you haven't gone through that door yet. I then heard the next 5 minutes of gameplay. and I had been entirely correct about what had happened. It was being used as a trash portal. And Matt was just like, so as we heard, or didn't hear rather, from the metagamer who flew in through the window earlier, they are using this orb of annihilation, because that's what it's called, as a trash portal. And I was just there like, fucking knew it. Like, I was like, 'cause I'm not in the game, so I'm just like, I don't care. And it's like, occasionally, I don't want to fuck anyone's time up, do you know? But sometimes you're just like, walk in the door. I swear to God, there's 3 of you here. One of you can stick your head in and have a look. Anyway, that ends my they called me the metagame pigeon, and so an NPC name that I'm going to keep for myself forever and ever. I am the metagame pigeon. I turn in, ruin things for everybody, and then leave, going coo coo coo.
But I can 100% assure you, despite what you just said, you don't ruin things, because you are, of course, the arbiter of knowledge when it comes to crime stuff.
I do like true crime, but that doesn't sometimes works against me in Ace Attorney, because it's like, haha, fuck off with your crime. Ever seen an orca do a witness statement? Not yet.
Okay, I think we need to do a look. Let's look.
That's fine, Matty. That's fine.
I think
it wasn't so much for a mod situation. Sorry.
That's fine. I think I'll just sit tight here and wait. Can I look at myself? No. No. Okay. Bench. Oh, it's all part of the bus shelter. All right. Let's look
Can we look at anything else?
the bus stop. There's only 1 bus per hour, and they stop running pretty early.
There's a gap in the barrier across you.
Road. Nothing of particular concern there. What about the
Can we call
grass?
someone now?
Nothing of particular
Can we
concern there.
can we call the office? Can we call the office and see if we can get a lift?
Nothing of particular concern there. There is a hole in the fence there, though.
Is there?
Oh well.
No, not a big one.
Okay, well, let's, like you say, let's make some phone calls. So.
Let's see if we can call the office and see if we can get someone to come get us.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, no signal. Oh, battery.
My battery's... It's because
Yeah.
I made all those phone calls earlier. Oh, no!
Ah, we fucked ourselves! Shit!
Foiled by my own calling.
Hoisted on my own betrayed.
Now that I think of it, I don't remember charging the phone last night.
What kind of fucking
Maybe I'll wait
annoying
until it's
line?
until it's an emergency. I should have
Okay,
listened
yeah,
to
cool,
Ayumi about this.
Let's wait longer for the phone battery to go down. Oh.
Detective Kamihara, please come back!
It's too far away.
Just kidding.
That was weird.
Can't you just come pick me up? As if I'd
They
ever
are
say that
20
to her
miles
for real.
away. This is weird.
This is the most like impasse we've got to so far in this game.
This is a very accurate simulation of waiting for a bus though, because you're just like, oh, what do I do now?
Oh, I can call a cab. I'll just dial 104 to get the operator to connect me.
Okay.
How long
Didn't you just...
have we waited here to find this out?
He already knew! The little bastard already knew! Is it an emergency though? Will he let us do it?
Well, you know what we're gonna do? I'm so smart for thinking of this. Cell phones are amazing.
He gets his cell phone out. Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Utsugi.
Oh, it's his.
But the battery.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I see.
so we have to make a choice now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
See, I would be dead in this situation because I'd get my phone out and then I'd spend like 20 minutes playing Snake and forget what I was supposed to be doing with the phone.
Well, I'll tell you what. In lieu of not having a coin on hand, I'll use a packet for my glasses lens wipes. Whatever side lands up will be the thing. So if it's this side, so brand
What's on
side.
that side?
If it's brand side up,
Yep.
we'll do Butler battery. If it's warning label sign up, then we'll do now's the time to use it.
I like that you told me that was a wipe. Otherwise, I might have thought it was something else.
So here we go.
Anyway.
Here we go.
And?
Lens, so it's but the battery. We're not making the phone call.
Okay, let's do bet the battery. That gives us some more time to think.
Maybe I'll wait until it's an emergency.
See, I don't class this as an emergency.
We blatantly have to make the call, don't we? Like, blatantly.
We do, but I'm just. But, it's the fact that he said it's an emergency makes me think what's going to happen if it's not an emergency.
Detective Kamihama is gone. It was good to hear all that backstory about him from Inspector Kamada. Oh.
Get back.
Flashback.
Oh, okay.
I know he could seem careless, but he's actually
just an idiot.
He's actually a fine detective. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though.
Well, at least he's never going to shoot us.
You must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze, as in not well. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo. Kuze is wound tight in a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings.
Why did we have to hear the whole of this?
Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze has really mellowed out.
Oh, good.
Flashback. If he's sharing that about Kuze, maybe she's just hard on him as she is on Detective. Maybe she's just as hard on him as she is on Detective Kamihara.
Again, she's being fully centered as the only one doing anything wrong at this point. Still
thinking, but hardly any time has passed.
Okay.
Let's just make the damn phone call.
Yeah, I guess we kind of have to.
Oh no, we can't!
Well, why don't we... Hang on. Well, how did we get the taxi thing to do that thing last time?
Use phone, I think it was.
Yeah.
Call engage. Okay.
I wonder if we can actually get stuck here.
Wait, hang on, what surroundings?
I don't know.
At this hour, it might be hard to find a taxi.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, if I can't even use my cell phone, I guess I have to wait for the bus. That implies the answer, regardless, would have been I shouldn't use it, to me.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
Unless... I can't let this discourage me. There's got to be another way to call a taxi.
Yell real loud? Oh my god.
We've truly reached Okay, let's call a cab.
This is so stupid.
I'll just use my mysterious powers.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
Close my eyes and...
What is happening?
Summon a taxi with my mind.
He opens his eyes, it's Emio.
I mean, it's worked before. The one time when I wish we'd have another sunny day.
I think you're actually having a psychotic break. I think that's what's happening.
Is that the sound of a car approaching?
Yeah, really fast to kill you.
I can feel it. I can feel it. Come on, universe. Send a cab to a PI in need.
This is insane.
Come on.
Oh. Is that a taxi?
Taxi!
What the fuck?
Did I really summon a taxi?
I reckon Kamihara sent him.
Hop in. You're heading to the station, yeah?
I reckon one of the detectives sent him.
What? I agree.
Let's go.
Come on, hop in. Okay.
I hope he's a taxi and not a murderer.
Are you sure about this? Don't you have someone else to pick up or something? What if this man was the murder smiley bag man or
That's
the smiley murder bag?
I should be his voice.
Okay, we should decide. Are we going with smiley murder bag or murder smiley bag? What's canon now?
I think we should just go with whichever you feel right in your heart. I'll be the taxi driver because you're like everyone else at this point.
Very well. Are you sure about this? Don't you have someone else to pick up or something?
No, I'm here to pick you up. Called it.
Me? Really? You're here to pick me up specifically?
Yeah. Boss called and said I had a fare out waiting at this bus stop.
Hmm.
You're saying you didn't call me? Guess someone else arranged it for you.
How kind.
I wonder if that was who Junko was on the phone to. Oh, that's it then, I guess. Can we look around?
Let's look at this taxi and see what we got. How fast are you going? Are you doing the speed limit?
I don't know, I can't see his thingy.
I will have you know.
I've completed Emio recently. You're not ready for this ending. Oh, no spoilers, Worsty Fight. We're actually only in the demo right now, but
Yeah.
thank you.
But thank
we
you
will
very
be
much,
playing it
though.
at some point. And welcome to the chat as well.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for telling us that it was going to be a very exciting ending without telling us what was going to happen.
He's got some sort of charm. Okay, I'm not going to look at any more. The guy. Just, that's what I think.
Yeah, all right. Okay, all right.
Could it have been Detective Kamihara?
Yeah.
Thank you for calling the cab for me, Dice. It was really helpful.
Oh, you call him Dice now. Oh, hey.
Yes? What is it?
He probably lumbered you with the bill. Do you know that the cops... Wait, which voice is this? You know that the cops found a body not too far from where I picked you up.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Ask and
Has he stopped
listen.
looking at you? Has he stopped looking at you for 1 second in that rearview mirror? It's a little unsettling.
He's a taxi driver. He knows all.
I heard a rumour that a kid was killed somewhere around there the other night. I had an alibi, obviously.
Word travels fast.
Yeah, something crazy like that, you know. People gonna talk. I guess the kid was in middle school. Poor guy.
Yeah.
I heard he got in a taxi that he hadn't called, and then he was never seen again. Yeah! Makes me sick to think about it. Don't mind the blood back there.
Why have you only got a glass behind your seat specifically? Don't ask questions.
I guess it's to stop people reaching around his neck, I guess.
Yeah.
Hell of a thing for a kid to get killed in a place like that, huh? I mean, maybe the killer figured they could count on the place to be deserted, you know? So what were you doing there anyway? You some kind of police detective or something?
Something. Not exactly. How can I put it?
I'm nosy. Come on, son. You look like you're in high school, ain't ya? Rude.
Hey!
I am fully 1 year older than that. I drive past all the time for work, but I've never picked anyone up there. Ooh, it's highlighted that. So I gotta ask, what are you up to? I mean, I take the smiling... Sorry. I take the smiling man there every week, but it wasn't his day for murdering. Wait, what?
I just, had some business to attend to.
Oh, please also ignore all the paper bags back there. Ugh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Look, can you do me a favour? Just while you're sitting there, just draw smiley faces on all them bags.
But he often drives by this area for work. That's an interesting note that not many people go out there.
But also the fact that he does. So he could be a witness.
You said you drive through this area often.
Yeah, that's right, I do. I was actually out here the night before last. Probably around 10 PM, so an hour after the murder.
Oh. Or oh.
We haven't ruled out that somebody driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. Oh yeah, remember he said that?
Flashback.
Claire having to do two voices in quick succession.
Maybe the driver saw something.
I mean, he's been pretty chatty. Do you not think he would have said it by now?
Did you see anything noteworthy when you drove through this area the other night? Other than the fact, they found a dead body, but did you see anything?
I mean, it's the normal number of dead bodies. Oh, that's Kamihara's voice. Anything noteworthy?
Yeah, anything at all could help.
Let me think.
Why is let me think highlighted?
I don't know, just maybe to give him some time and not ask him a question right away. Maybe you can also think?
Ooh. Let's talk to the driver.
Okay, cool. Yes, all right, fine game. Jeez. Oh, let's see. Maybe there was something. All right, I almost forgot.
What? What is it?
I wasn't working that night. I saw a motorcycle parked there the other night. Do we know anyone who drives a motorcycle? I don't think we do.
I don't think so.
No, that's interesting.
A motorcycle, huh?
I love the little musical sting we got there. Like, this is important, please pay attention. I'm positive I saw a motorcycle parked over there the other night around 10 p.m. I'm sure of it. Unless, oh my god, this is really stupid. Imagine if that kid died and then someone turned up on a motorbike clip an hour later and was like, oh no, a dead kid. Place his bag on it. And it's completely unrelated. No, and then a third person came by at 11 and was like, oh, dead body with a bag on it. Just draws a smiley face on it. It's just like an escalating. Oh, it's really stupid. Sorry, that's really dumb.
Imagine though, imagine.
Yeah, it's a nice looking bike.
It's in my boot.
Yeah, along with Ian Bolton from AEW All In. Oh shit, he's still in there. I'm guessing the rider was just, you know, making a pit stop.
He was going for a piss, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. He wasn't going to go and do get in some late night hours at the pumping station.
I mean, you know. A pit stop? Why there? Please.
It's okay. Giraffemy's character is just as stupid as I am. Jeremy's like, I know, and Jeremy's own character's like, bathroom break, kid. You ever seen a bike on the side of the road? The rider's probably taken a piss. We didn't find any piss.
This driver and I get each other. He's pretty confident about this interpretation.
He's been driving these roads for 50 million years.
Anything else about the bike? I see all the time.
Oh,
that's you, sorry.
Oh, that's me, sorry. We just say the same line in unison and just slowly make contact of our eyes in the mirror like, this is weird. I see it all the time. Nothing else to say except I'm dang sure the driver stopped there to pee. You have to be like, we need to ask Inspector Commander if the corpse had been peed on.
So there was a motorcycle parked at the crime scene around 10 p.m. on the night of the murder. It's concerning, to say the least. And if the killer was riding a motorcycle...
Oh, that's a bit of a jump of logic there, my dude. No one said it was the killer.
Then they must have killed Asuke there. I can't imagine transporting a body on a motorcycle.
Well, not with that attitude.
I think it's most likely that Asuke was killed at the pump station. But...
Yeah, so what he's saying is, like, although the body was found there, he's saying he thinks it's likely he was also killed there, not killed and then moved there. Because it's awkward, because when you strangulation, you're not going to get, like, blood coming out. So if you stab someone and then you find a stab victim, like, in a place with no blood, you can, like, work out they were probably moved here. Whereas if someone's strangled, it's not as obvious.
But anyway. Why was a motorcycle parked there?
He just told you!
Well, we were just told he went for a whiz, so you know.
Could you couldn't see Asuke's body from the road though, could you? You had to go like several steps in. It's right by the road.
No, because we had to go off the road. We had to go past the gate that was taped up.
I don't think, because if you could, the taxi driver might have seen it, and he didn't. He just saw the bike. So I think it must be for some other reason.
It must be for some other reason. Yeah, it has to be. It's pretty dark out there at night, so if a motorcyclist were just passing by, it seems unlikely they'd notice Asuke lying that far back from the road.
Okay, that's what we logicked out, wasn't it?
Plus, wasn't the person who called in the murder there in the early morning? Sorry, wasn't the person who called in the murder there in the early morning?
So that's like, that would have meant that if somebody discovered the body beforehand, they didn't report it for some reason.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense unless they were involved or had some other reason.
Maybe this driver is right after all on this never-ending road that won't go anywhere. We're just clearly on a treadmill.
I know. We're in the back rooms, only it's a road. Hey, so I've got to ask. Why does it feel like I'm being interviewed by a detective?
Surprise!
You just look in the back mirror. You're wearing like a deer stalker and holding a magnifying glass. You're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just go like this. Surprise!
You're like, you've suddenly grown a Poirot moustache in the time you've been in the taxi. Huh. Oh,
yeah.
You're a mixture of all the famous literary detectives. You've got like a Miss Marple bonnet on, and you've got... I mean, you were in high school, right? And we didn't actually disabuse him of that notion.
Well, I'm actually in a sort of detective club.
You work for a detective agency. That's not a club.
We like to investigate anything strange that happens in town.
You are literally delegitimizing yourself with every word.
Why didn't you? Why didn't I just tell him I was a PI? Oh well.
Maybe he thought, maybe if he doesn't think you're serious, he'll tell you a thing. That makes sense? Like, if he thinks, oh, you're a little kid, I'll tell you things that, maybe I wouldn't. Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's all fun and games.
Yeah. Think?
Let's have a think. We're getting close to the office. You wouldn't
Is he
know
gonna
it
let me
looking
out of his
outside.
car? Is he gonna let me out of his car, or am I in here forever?
You didn't happen to see anything else the night before last, did you?
Or see what colour the motorbike was? No, don't think so. Suppose it's not what you're looking for, but I do have a story if you want to hear it.
Go on.
50 years ago, when I was a little boy.
Well, yeah, let's hear it. What are you talking about? Let's hear it.
Well, I told you that I got a call about a fair out at the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
When they said there was a young man out there waiting for me, I got nervous.
What?
So you'd be surprised how often we get calls from...
Calls from who?
Justin Bieber. I know, like phantom calls from another world. You show up and no one's there. It's creepy.
Ever heard of a prank call, buddy?
I have an interesting story to share about this, which I will share when we're out.
We hold that back for later, as it were. So,
You were hanging out near where that boy was murdered, right? I thought we'd established that, yes. So yeah, if I'd gotten the call to pick you up at night, I might have just faked being sick or something. This is actually a known phenomenon in Japan.
Oh, okay.
This is not him. This is a thing that taxi drivers report, which is I won't go into detail, but
Okay.
this is something. This is because they have a much more like open and honest relationship with like the spirit world in Japan than they do in the West. So, plus you see shit at night, and you're working in a job that leaves you living in the twilight hours. You start to and then you talk to other people who do that. You basically reinforce the idea that this is all just real. Bye, Matty. Have a nice evening. Oh no, it's kind of unprofessional. Anyway, I thought you might want to know. Sorry if I wasted your time.
I'm just sitting in a car, buddy. You're not wasting my time at all.
Yeah, literally. Where am I going to go? All right, let's get you where you're going.
Sure.
Okay.
Vroom. We're now in the clouds. We're flying. Oh. Yo.
Oh, I'm going to Oshio's house. You want to come?
Perfect voice.
Go on. You say that one.
He's got Basilic Quest 4, doesn't he?
Basilisk, Jeremy. Basilisk.
Yeah, but people don't pronounce it at that age.
Okay.
Basilisk.
It's meant to be dragon, isn't it? But they've changed another. They've changed it to a different animal. Yeah.
Which actually is an interesting question. I wonder if that is intentional. They've changed that.
Of course it is. They can't say Dragon Quest, can they?
Oh, I guess it would have always been Capcom. I wondered, Nintendo publishing. Anyway, I digress.
But also, it's funny, isn't it? So it's funny when you know it's meant to be Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's slay some basilisks.
Why? Oh, this is his high school.
Minami Daisan Junior High School.
Are we going to be Ayumi now? Oh, we are.
There we go.
Middle school boys are so energetic. I'm here to talk to kids at Minami Daisan Junior High, where Eisuke Sasuke was a student. Sasaki?
Wait up!
That's a kid, yeah, okay.
I'm coming too! Why are you leaving without me, dude?
We're not LFG, we've got enough to kill the basiliscuses.
What? So cute!
I can hear you! You said that out loud. Oh.
Excuse me, miss. Can I help you? What can Minami Daisan Junior High do for you?
Oh,
This is such a wrong voice, but I don't care. Oh no, I've got to keep this up now. What have I done?
You can change it, it's fine.
Oh, we'll just ask and listen, I guess.
Are you sure? Your friends left without you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I should help people in need, right?
You're kind of adorable and tan.
I mean, that's what my mom says, and all my teachers.
Stop it.
Oh, the dog. The dog is being a fiend.
It's when she's licking herself loudly enough that I can hear it through a headset that I'm like, enough. Swear to God.
Anyway.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Not that I'm in need, necessarily. Okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Are you sure you're okay with it? Also, pretty sure you need to have an adult present, but okay. Maybe you aren't. No.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's just...
Ask me anything.
I'm a high school student, AMA!
I'll never say no to a nice woman.
That will get you murdered, my son.
That's what my dad says anyway. Huh?
Up until he was murdered.
Anyway, I'm losing the voice now, hang on. Anyway, dude, I'm only in my first year here, but I know a lot. My voice is gravelly, but ask anyway.
So if he's in his first year, how old will that make him?
It's like year 7, effectively, isn't it?
15? It says apparently in Japan, high school students are typically between 15 and 18. So I think it's, yeah, about 15. 12 to 15 is junior high, and then high school is 15 to 18, I think. I tried to ignore the AI overview of Google. I fucking hate it, because it's possibly entirely wrong, but there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, first year. Well, it seems like you've got it all figured out.
Haha, love emoji. Like I said, I'll never say no to a nice woman.
Ayumi just pulls a knife and's like, I'm not a nice one. I'm a nasty woman. Do you know what happened? Do you know about what happened to Eisuke Sasaki? Yeah, I killed him. Wait, what?
Yeah, they told us yesterday. They told us at yesterday's, that's difficult to say, morning assembly. I was shocked.
Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
He's actually dead, isn't he?
If he's not, it's a very long-winded prank.
Well, I heard he's a third year, and...
Was.
Oh, poor choice of words. Sorry. Well, I heard he's a third year.
Wait, he's a third year?
And,
How is he a third year?
and that's all I know. Sorry.
This guy's a first year and he's 15. How is that guy a third year and also 15?
He was like 17, wasn't he? Or 18?
No, he was in middle school.
There's more than 1 year of middle school.
No, but is this a high school?
Daisuke something junior high, wasn't it?
Well, it's a junior high school.
Yeah.
In that case, this kid is probably 12. And the other kid was 15. Right. Because junior high in Japan is 12 to 15. So 12, this kid, 15, Eisuke. Got it.
I think your line was, it's okay, thanks for talking to me, by the way, if you want to say it.
That's okay. Look, thanks for talking to me.
Well, there you go. You've upset me now. Well done.
What? How did I upset him? What happened?
I don't know. Because you made him think, I could be dead in a few
Yeah,
years.
I made him ponder the fleeting nature of life.
You're so cute, miss.
I know. Oh, come on. You're flattering me.
No, you're super cute.
Oh, shut up. I know. Shut up, baby. I know it. His friends just went merrily on their way. Even though something terrible happened, it pretty much feels like a normal day around here. You know, sun shining, birds are singing, people are being dicks to this kid. I wonder what the mood of the school is overall.
Let's ask.
Let's ask. I'm sorry if this is hard to talk about.
No, it's not that. It's just, ow.
What?
I how do I do the accent with this? I bit my tongue.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, cool. Yeah, him being 12 fits much better because I would expect a 15-year-old to be taller than this. Have you noticed anything different or concerning at school since the incident with Eisuke Sasaki?
Don't go out alone at night and stay away from the pump station.
Those are my 2 favorite things to do. That's such a bummer.
That's what the principal told us. My accent's going by the minute, but I don't care. I think everyone is leaving early today as well.
Okay. Let's hear what he has to say.
Watch out for cute girls. That's like my dad's motto, dude.
My mother is horribly unhappy.
Also, I have a few friends who commute to school on the bus that stops near the pump station. They
say it sucks.
they said they were going to start riding their bikes there instead.
Cool, much easier to grab off a bike than off a bus.
Motorbike, bike.
Oh, not. They're 12. I can see why, but be careful when you leave today.
Oh, I will.
Don't think, because this game was translated in America, motorbike is very British. They would call it a motorcycle, and a bike is a bicycle. So I don't think there's even a slightest chance that's a motorbike. So,
And then, let's see. It's my first year here, so I don't know much about the school.
you've been really helpful and sweet, even you're a bit weird.
I'm sorry.
Pretty normal kid.
I have nothing more to. I have nothing
Can we look
more
at
to
his
say.
face? Can we look at his
Just look at
face?
your face,
Your face.
right in your mush.
This kid seems like he's suddenly deflated.
Well, let's undeflate him.
Inflate?
Yeah, fair. Okay, same again.
Sorry, she suddenly said that. Hey, so,
Ooh, what?
what's wrong?
Oh, dude, loaded question. So, I know I said I don't know a lot.
He said he knows a lot.
So, I know I said I know a lot. But I don't actually know anything about Eisuke. Or the school, really. My dad's always telling me not to lie, no matter who I'm talking to.
He hasn't given us any duff information.
I'm sorry, miss.
Told us what he knew. Hey, you're being honest now. I appreciate it.
Also,
I stole your purse.
I did try to think of everything I could about Eisuke, but the more I thought about it, the more scared I got.
Aww.
I started thinking about how even kids my age can die.
They're very easy to kill because they're small.
I started worrying that I might suddenly die, you know?
What have we done to this kid?
It's so scary.
He's gonna start crying any minute. Oh dear. I'm really sorry that my questions brought up these kind of feelings for you.
No.
Good thing you're cute.
Thanks. It's not your fault. I mean, it is.
I mean, I didn't murder him, so. Oh, feet. Dude, what's taking so long? Hurry up!
Yeah.
Hurry up if you're coming. We're the only one who knows where he lives.
We literally did the same voice. That's so great.
We did! I think there's a third guy there.
Oh, right.
Oh, they came back for him. Oh, you can be that one.
First one there gets the first run in the Basilisk quest.
Oh, I love basilisks.
Yeah. Don't worry about me. I'm going to play Basilisk Quest 4.
Basilisk Quest! Who was that lady anyway? She was cute.
Totally. Almost as cute as Saori. No way. Saori is definitely cuter.
Bro, you've got a crush on Saori.
Big time.
Big time. We'll see this in He's got it bad.
Shut up. I'll fight you.
Excellent. You're 3 feet tall. That's going to go great for you.
I'll fight you in Basilisk Quest 4.
I challenge you to a Basilisk duel. Junior high kids. I just can't relate. I'm so cool and older. Maybe there's some other kids I can talk to. Oh, there we go. Oh, some girls are approaching. They don't look like first-year students. I should talk to them.
And bring up death-defying thoughts and their feelings as well.
Let's give these kids an existential dread conversation as well. Can we talk for a minute? Okay. Which one do we think is which?
We'll find out when their mouth moves, I guess. Hang on.
I think the quiet one might be the one on the right. My name's Ayumi, and I'm an assistant at the Tsugi Detective Agency. You can try that one more time.
Talkative on the left, quiet on the right.
You could. Okay, you be the talkative one. I'll be the quiet.
Okay. You're a detective?
This must be about Eisuke. That's right. I'm working on his case. If you don't mind, I have a few questions.
Whoa! Like, you're interrogating me or something? Sure, I'll tell you everything I know.
Yeah, I hope this is okay. Okay, talk to them.
Ask, listen. My friend and I were classmates with Eisuke.
Oh, that's valuable. Oh, if they're in the same class, they might have some promising information.
He was a dick.
Yeah, he was always like, I'm going to strangle myself with a bag on my head, and everyone's going to be like, what?
They announced that he died at the morning assembly yesterday. I couldn't believe my ears.
To clarify, they didn't say that he died at the morning assembly. They said that he died previously.
At
and
the
they
morning
told us at the morning
assembly,
assembly.
they
He
announced.
didn't walk into the morning assembly and then drop dead. I just want to make that very clear. Can I ask what kind of person Eisuke was?
Yeah, he was always really positive and had lots of friends, both boys and girls. He got good grades. He was kind. I just can't believe what happened.
I'm so sorry to ask questions about this. I'm sure it's painful to think about.
No, it's okay. I'm the class representative. I should be able to handle it.
That is a weird attitude, my guy.
About the school. Everyone in his class is still talking about it a lot. We are all in shock.
It was like yesterday. Of course they are.
I guess the kids in the younger grades might not be as affected. I mean, it varies from kid to kid.
She says at the ripe old age of like 15.
Right? Come on, don't be sad. I know it's hard right now.
And he's still totally murdered.
Oh, she's going. She's going on the right. The tears are there. I see
Oh,
them.
she's gonna cry. Oh no.
I think this is just a normal school. Nothing special.
Okay, observations?
Anyway, I could tell from the moment I saw you that you were special, miss.
Are all these kids gonna come on to me?
I mean, being a detective is so cool.
I mean, it is. Oh, you think so?
You agree, don't you?
I mean, duh. Oh no, she's talking to my friend. Yeah, I guess.
Keep observing.
So Eisuke was a bright, studious, and kind boy.
Yeah, he was. Everyone liked him.
Did you notice anything different or unusual about his behavior recently?
Nothing in particular. He was acting normally, right?
Yeah, he was. Business as usual.
He was just acting like the usual ace gay.
Okay, so we've exhausted that. Observations.
Yeah, okay. Let's have a think.
Maybe I need to hear from them. Okay.
That's a very ambiguous comment.
Let's look at their faces. Sometimes that seems to poke information out of them.
You quiet student.
Aha! She looks a little nervous. I mean, she looks sad, is what I get from that, but okay. This kid seems like she's in high spirits. I mean, okay. Should we observe them again and see what happens? As in, like,
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'll tell you
No.
where... Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I'll tell you everything. Oh.
Let's go to ask, listen, and then observations.
He was
Okay,
just
that's
acting
still
like the
failed.
usual ace gay.
Okay, what else can we do? Oh, here we go. Can you think of anyone who was particularly close with Ace-Gay?
I mean, he got along with everyone. He treated everyone like an equal.
I've got to say, this doesn't sound like any high school boy I ever met. This sounds like a goddamn UN peace ambassador.
I wonder who it could be.
Who it could be?
Who could it be?
I think she's talking about who murdered him. Let's try the school again. Yeah. Oh no, she's already said that. Okay. Think again? Yeah. Okay. Right. Can we look at their faces again? Now we've exhausted all of the talking options. Okay, we've said that. Maybe the school as well, since we've got the little thingy. Seems like a regular school building. I wonder if classes are regular too. Okay. Sure. This is Tsuratake Municipal Minami Daisan Junior High School, west side of Kofuku City. Please don't make me say that again.
Say what? Sorry, I didn't hear you the first time. Do you want to say it again?
I said, this is Tsuratake Municipal Minami Daisan Junior High School, west side of Kofuku City! Genuine, modified, vinified high school. Monorail! Oh god, I don't know. Should we observe them again? Oh! I'll come to think of it.
What? Do you remember something else?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Megumi from the class next.
Oh! Eisuke's good friend, right? They go way back. Miss, I bet she knows something. Talk to Megumi Marimoto.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me about Megumi Marimoto?
Qualified monogram. What's Megumi like?
Well, we're both class representatives, but for different classes. So I don't know her well, but she seems nice. Right?
Yeah,
Tell me more. Oh.
Okay, wasn't the first one also lit up, like Call Engage, a minute ago? No. Oh. Go on. Sorry.
Megumi and Eisuke have been friends since they were little kids.
Was the Call Engage one lit up? I swear it was a minute ago.
Good shout, I did not say that. She's not here.
I mean, we tried it though. I think the girl on the left must be the more talkative to. Oh, Ayumi, I can see why Sugi employed. I'd love to hear what the girl on the right has to say as well. Shall we engage them again? Should we try them?
You... Quiet.
Hello. Okay, but I mean, like, call engage. Let's try and call engage
I
them.
don't think you'd do them individually, though.
No, but we can try doing them as a pair.
I'll tell you
right.
everything.
What are we gonna do? These two are opposites. Maybe that's why they get along so well. I mean, we haven't seen any evidence of them getting along at the same time. Try looking at the talkative girl's face. Have we done that yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Oh, here we go. How about you? Do you have anything you'd like to share?
I don't know what I clicked to get that.
I don't know what you did either.
Me?
We're here to help, Miss Detective. Oh, sorry. We're here to help, Miss Detective. Come on, think.
Yeah, the comma's in a weird place there. Okay, keep trying, I guess.
Ah!
Oh.
Huh?
You should just go talk to Megumi herself.
I would love to do that.
Phew. I'm sharp as a tack today.
Yes, you are. Can we...
Go talk to Megumi herself.
Can we move?
Go talk to Megumi herself.
Okay, good.
Go talk to
Please
Megumi
stop,
herself.
Please stop, Jeremy. Please stop. Where is Megumi anyway?
Oh, let's see.
That's the...
I guess this is where the class representative comes in.
Okay, cool.
What I mean is, I'll go get her, miss.
Thank you. You've been very helpful. Oh, now we can talk to her. Oh, hang on. Oh, she's gone. She sure is energetic, huh?
Yeah, sometimes a bit too energetic, I fear. I worry. But we have lots of fun together, so...
Would it be alright if I ask you a few more questions?
Okay.
Okay, let's talk to her.
Ask and listen. What would you like?
Whichever, because she hasn't really talked about anything yet, has she?
Eisuke was just like everyone says. Outgoing, friendly, he could light up any room on his own.
Every murder victim ever. Sorry, I've watched a lot of true crime and they always say that about the victims. It's never like, this murder victim was a right pain in the ass. It was like, she was beautiful, she could light up a room. Whatever.
When I think about the fact that he'll never sit in class with us again, it's just so sad.
Let's just go through, I guess.
The teachers are definitely also in shock. I don't know Megumi that well.
No
See if
observations.
we've exhausted all the options. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, the teachers are also in shock, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
is it okay to say?
A clue.
Keep trying.
Is it okay to say?
Just say it.
Look at her, yeah. Okay, that's the same. Can we observation her? Let's try observationing her. No, yeah, in the ask listen option.
Actually, I heard a rumor about one of Eisuke's friends.
Go
How he
on.
goes around with a bag on his head all the time. It's weird.
What kind of rumor?
Well, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I just thought I'd keep it quiet. But if it helps you somehow...
Yes, any info you have could be helpful. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so it's about a boy who was good friends with Eisuke.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I wish you'd taken a little bit longer. Oh no, now she's not going to talk to her. Oh!
And I've got bad news. Megumi isn't here today. Sorry, miss.
I see. Well, thanks for going out of your way to look for her.
Sorry. If anyone knows anything, it'd be her. What were you talking about while I was gone?
Oh, just that rumor about Eisuke's friend.
Oh good, she is still going to talk about it.
That rumor? Ah!
It was much talked about in the 5 years ago.
that so loud?
Okay, let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking.
Yeah, that rumor seems super important.
Does Ace K's friend is gay?
You never disappoint. Nice work.
Huh? Can we please? Please.
Ah, his friend. Yes, that's right. Please.
Observation. 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 Observation.
Ah, just...
I'm getting the idea now that observation is for new stuff.
It's probably not a big deal.
Are you kidding? If I were a detective, I definitely want to hear that rumor.
Oh my god, please just tell me.
Please.
I have to ask, can you share the Super Nintendo rumor with me?
The Super Famicom rumor.
I'm learning!
Aren't you supposed to be the detective?
Yes, I'm trying to do my job!
So you should be able to figure it out without me saying even saying anything, right?
You are confusing detectives with psychics, my child. I mean, honestly, either of these would be fucking hilarious.
Which would you like?
I mean, the first one... Do you feel that Ayumi is more, I feel Ayumi's more straight-laced. I would probably go with the second one because I'm a dick, but I feel Ayumi would probably be more sensible and be like, how would I be able to do that? I don't have enough information to deduce anything, so I guess I don't know.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's almost like I've been trying to get this information for you for the last 10 minutes.
So here's the scoop. Eisuke was friends with a boy named Kenji. But they both kind of had a crush on Megumi. At least, that was the rumor.
I'm yet to hear anything exciting. Oh?
I think you mean Kohei, not Kenji.
There's a difference.
There is.
Kohei? Wait, do I have it wrong?
Yeah.
I always get Kenji and Kohei confused.
That's racist.
Anyway, those two do look alike.
That's racist!
But I can confirm that his name is Kohei Takiguchi.
Are we sure about that?
I see. Thank you very much. Oh, no, it's almost time for cram school. We've got to go and see how many pies we can cram in our face.
Ah, you're right.
I love that plus school.
Good luck with the investigation, Miss Detective. Solve it for Eisuke.
I've got to go eat some pie. Thank you. I'll do my best. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me.
Gambate.
Gambate, enjoy cramming pies in your face.
Glad we could help.
Thanks, I could help, bro.
Good luck.
Sprint, 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 sprint.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello, what's his name? Hello, Ted Bundy. Where did you come from? Go on, you can be him, I guess.
What voice have I not done for a while?
I don't know if he'll be back more than once, who knows.
Hey, kids. Be extra careful on the way home, okay?
I love this. Is Mr. Vortok.
And don't go anywhere near the pump station. On the principal's orders.
Else you will get murdered.
Even though someone will have to go near it at some point, we do need the pump station, I suppose.
Who will blow up balloons if not at pump station?
I'm sorry, what? Basachi?
Oh, they're calling him a nickname, Basachi.
Yeah, Basachi.
Or Basachi.
Yeah, Basachi. See you later, Basachi.
I feel like this is probably not a name that he likes. Basachi?
I'm glad you kids are well. Anyhow, nothing to be afraid of if we play it safe, right?
Try not to be unsafe while dead.
Of course, Mr. Fukuyama.
I'm going to write this down on my crib sheet now, aren't I? Right, hang on.
But Versace Fukuyama.
So, Versace hyphen Mr.
He's probably got a real name, like, who knows?
Mr. Fukuyama.
Hope you can swim well.
Colossus.
I love that voice. Oh, my favorite.
Oh, Harriet.
Oh, don't worry. We were doing lots and lots of freaking Ivan. Well, Jeremy was doing Colossus, but I was doing Ivan impressions. Ivan.
How wonderful of you to use my real name. See you all
I am sarcastic.
See you all tomorrow.
I am dry like Russian tundra. Fukuyama. And his voice is so familiar, like that guy from the X-Men.
I feel I've made a terrible mistake with this choice of voice.
Oh my god! No! We have to stick with it. It's so good. He sounds like that guy from Hunt from Red October. Can you come a bit closer, please? Oh, hello.
Tachibana?
I'll touch your banner.
By any chance, are you the Fukuyama I know from Naginata?
She goes to Naginata Club? That's so cool! She's like, hey, I'm a detective, but on the side I have a really long pole with a knife strapped to it.
That's me. Oh, I can't believe... What happened to that voice just then? Oh, I can't believe... You remember me from junior high. How fun.
With the stabbing and the sticks and such. Ah, he's even closer! You're too close! You're too close!
Stabby, shank.
Yeah.
I knew it was you, Tachibana. You are Tachibana, right? Ayumi Tachibana. I never have imagined.
At the Yumi Tachibana!
Comrade.
Da.
It's been way too long, right? A good old Tachibana.
You are literally closer than anyone has ever been to me on the screen, and I am upset. Well, he sure hasn't changed. He's still far too close. Oh my god! Still gets way too close when he's talking to you! He's just like...
So, what are you doing here anyway?
Jeremy is just like, what are you doing here anyway?
So, what are you doing anyway? I'm past
I'm
my
like,
microphone.
Fukuyama, stay one Naginata away from me at all times.
So, what are you doing here anyway?
Well, I'm actually an assistant detective.
Yeah, you go, girl, rather than what the fuck Jeraffemy said about himself.
Is that right? Tachibana, the crime solver. That's great.
Maybe that rhymed in Japanese. We will never know.
Do they let you carry a nigata? Sorry, a
Naginata.
Do they let you carry a naginator? Or should
Jeremy, just check. You do know what an Naginata is, right?
You said it's a long stick with a knife on the end, right? I've seen it before.
It's like a Japanese halberd.
Yeah.
It's,
When you said that, I
very...
thought, oh, that thing, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's very very Japanese looking, but it is basically a long pole with a goddamn knife strapped to the end. Okay, let's talk to him some more, because you're having a great time and so am I.
I get the feeling this character is not going anywhere.
I like him, and I hope he's not a murderer, but even if he is, I can live with it. Wait, what are you doing here? There's no way they let you near on a school.
I'm actually a teacher now. Ugh. Hang on, Pepsi.
I'm teacher now. I have just been assigned to school. Ankle bracelet constantly going off, but I learned to ignore.
Actually, I'm actually a teacher now. I've just been assigned to this school. Da.
Da.
Oh, I see.
Wolverine, you must be here investigating Eisuke Sasaki's murder.
I'm fascinated by that one bit of hair he's got that's like just going.
You must be here investigating Eisuke Sasaki's murder, right? Let me help you. Fastball special.
If I say yes, will you stop getting closer? I'm down.
I'm so sorry to hear about Eisuke.
He had sharp mind, like Naginata.
It's just such a tragedy. A junior high kid losing his life so young. It's beyond sad. I'd like to tell the killer that I hate him. Straight to his face. And I want Eisuke back.
Okay, one of these things you might be able to do, the other you won't get.
I think everyone here at... Oh, shit.
Oh, you didn't even have to say the whole thing like I did!
Here at Minami Daisan Junior High School feels about the same. I'm so sorry if anyone is offended by this, but you know.
The thing is, we're having too much fun.
Hopefully, the kids I hope the kids you were just talking.
Okay.
I hope. You can't cover up your camera. Laugh.
I totally can. Why did God give me hands if not for that?
Wolverine. Hopefully, the kids you were just talking. Hopefully, they helped you with the investigation some.
Yeah, I hope they helped you, and if they didn't, I'll tan their asses. They did. They gave me lots of info.
They're so brave to be dealing with the trauma and still able to help a detective. I feel like I almost feel like I'm doing a Steven Seagal trying to be Russian voice, but I'm not trying to.
I mean, it's fine.
One thing.
Me.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said it. Sorry.
No, I didn't say the previous.
Sorry, my bad.
Which was something like they were doing okay though. One thing they emphasised was how popular Ace was with everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Nah. Literally what I was going to say.
I also heard about some of his good friends.
I see.
Your face is very elastic, my friend. Like Megumi Morimoto?
Oh.
And also Kohei Takiguchi?
Don't look at my eyes. I'm not trying to look away.
Dog eyes. Do not make me. I'm not the suspicious person.
I see.
See, because of the low res of the image that I'm looking at, I keep thinking his name is like Futurama. Can I ask you a few questions about them?
Nah, of course. Ask me anything.
I am Russian, AMA. Great. Thanks, Futurama.
Oh, that's you.
Oh, no, that's me. Oh, excuse me for a moment.
Ring.
That's Jeraffemy. He says that he's in a taxi and the guy's not letting him out. Why are you ringing? Okay. It's in Jeraffemy. Sorry, I can't leave now. It would be bad timing.
Your phone was ringing. Shouldn't you have answered?
No, because I'm not fucking rude. No, it's okay. I'm talking to you right now.
A cough.
Okay. You know, if this was an novel, you'd basically be dying. Huh?
Oh.
Hey! We have opened up conversation.
Sorry, Tachibana. I know
I'm gonna get a Yumi doing on a fucking soundboard because she says it so much. There's a bit in Kung Pao where he's like, "You're in great danger." There are people chasing you. It's just the same thing played over and over again. Sorry.
I know I said you could ask me anything, but
I will never give away my inside leg
I
measurement.
don't really know anything about the case. So I'm afraid I might not be of much help. Besides, I wasn't Ace-K's homeroom teacher, so I didn't actually know him very well. Even though Ace-K wasn't in my class, he was one of our precious, irreplaceable students.
Not like the other students who I could totally replace.
So please, let me know if there is anything I can do to help you solve the case.
Okay.
Including not sounding like Colossus anymore.
No.
Yeah, imagine if it just suddenly imagine he goes, 1 second. Oh, I had that in my throat for ages. Like I couldn't get the.
Yeah, and he cough again. He's like, "Hello, I am Fukushima." Like, where are you from now? He's like, "Oh my god."
Ironically, everything you just said then, Discord went, nope.
Yeah, that's it. Literally, he now has the voice that Discord can't cope with. So every time he speaks, it just goes quiet.
The kids do a lot of learning here, that's for sure.
Good.
By the time they leave, they hopefully understand what it takes to be an upstanding citizen in the world. Of course, the other thing about school. We teachers learn a lot from our students.
For example, watch TikTok dance I learned yesterday.
My students are always reminding me about what's important in life. Wolverine
toilet.
says to drink.
Also Riz or something, I don't know.
Everyone growls at growls? Everyone everyone grows at school, you see. That's how I spend my days, Tachibana.
Every day, grow 3 feet. End of week, 40 feet tall.
I'm really trying not to be stereotypical, it's so difficult.
I mean, I don't know what else you can do.
Do you know a student named Megumi Morimoto?
Megumi.
Megumi Morimoto! Is that what you said? Mamma mia! Pistachio! What is going on?
Is that what you said? I've totally lost it now.
He's German now.
Hang on.
Yes. Some of the kids said that she was good friends with Eisuke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not that, I think it's just that.
Yeah,
That would be more German.
Yeah, I've totally lost it. Hang on. I'll find
No,
it
you'll
again.
get it back. It's fine.
I'll
It'll
find
be
it again.
fine. Kohei. Oh, yeah.
Do you know a student named Kohei?
Kohei, what was going on? Where am I now? Kohei Takiguchi. Yes, he is in my class.
He's a very large boy, carries many cheeses. But I heard he was also good friends with Eisuke.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Kohei is a very quiet, serious student.
Serious student. Okay.
He must be heartbroken. I'm sure he could use some emotional support right now.
Yeah, like from his homeroom teacher?
This whole incident made me realize that I am helpless to protect these kids even as a teacher.
I am going to buy a gun.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Sometimes at school, the students are the teachers and the teachers are the students.
We call that opposite day.
I'm afraid I don't know much else since he wasn't a student in my class. Sorry, Tachibana.
Let's just exhaust the options.
So, yes, Megumi is a student in my class, and she's our class representative.
Why'd you start her on that name, buddy?
Struggle with her name, sir?
And come to think of it, she was absent today. I am sure this has all been traumatizing for her.
Unless she's been murdered.
Yes. No, as in, yes, I'm
Yes, I'm sure she's been murdered. Voice from outside my world that I could hear for some reason. Who is that? Is that God? Where is God?
I am sure that is it. She is traumatized. I can't imagine. So, Tachibana.
You would like to have drink with me?
Yes.
I'm just a helpless teacher who can't even protect my students. But if I had one opportunity, back to reality, up there goes gravity, to save one of them from something tragic, like what happened to Eisuke,
Stop it.
I'd gladly give my own life. Oh, I'm on doggo watch. Hang on, switching cameras. Good shout, Harriet. Look at that noodle being cute, licking the basket.
No, she just... You can't see what she's doing. Basically, let me take my glass.
Oh.
She's lying here like this with her eyes just rolled back in her head, like... And then she's just like... And you're like, stop it! And then she looks at you for a second, and then she's like... It's like the worst! It's the worst! She knows I hate it! And she's just there like... It's awful. I hate her. His heart's in the right place. I think being a teacher is a good fit for him. You want
Anything
to
else?
see my Naginata, Tachibana? So Fukuyama became a teacher. It makes sense. He seems dedicated and enthusiastic about it. Not at all weird. But still... I can't help but wonder about his reaction when I brought up Megumi Morimoto.
Yes, Megumi Morimoto is...
Bing bong, bing bong,
Oh,
ding
no.
dong, ding dong. Oh no, that is my. I must go back.
I am sorry, Tachibana. We have a staff
Stop it.
we have a staff meeting right now, and I'm running late. I should go. Please free me from this accent. I have confounded myself too.
Next time you see me with a completely different accent.
100%.
It's okay. Thanks for your help, Fukuyama.
It is the least I could do. I wish I could help more.
I will try and persuade him to keep the accent, Tarek, because I love it. Well, the information you've provided has been helpful. I still don't know why he's called Versace. This investigation is only getting started.
It is because I only wear. It is because I only wear fake Versace.
I'm going to be seeing it through. So I'm hoping you'll continue to cooperate with the investigation to help us solve the case quickly. Can I count on your continued support?
Yes, of course, Tachibana. I am happy to help.
Yeah, you are.
That's great. Thank you.
See you later, Tachibana.
Das Vidanya.
Hear my footsteps right away.
Tap, 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 tap.
There's no one here anymore. If I call him, he'll come sprinting over here. That is the risk. After talking to some of the kids, I wonder if that's what I was like as a junior high school. It seems like Fukuyama is struggling to cope with what happened, but I'm sure he'll be okay. I should probably head back to the office soon. And apologise to Jeraffemy for leaving him on. I wonder if Jeraffemy's there yet.
My battery was low! Travel just lit up, so I think that's where we are.
Yep.
Whoa!
Ah!
Jeez.
Hmm?
Hey, Tachibana. I should get your contact info. If I hear anything from the students, I can share it with you later, da?
Can you back up a foot and a half, please? What happened to that staff meeting? Yeah, it's a joke. Like Naginata is staff. You get it?
I'll let you know the moment I have any news. Or would that be a bother?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. No, not at all. Here's my brand new.
Here's my work cell phone number.
Yes, that I definitely screen calls to Fukuyama.
Thank you, Tachibana. Here is my number, just in case.
Okay, cool.
Look at my scowl.
Ah!
I will never forget the person who did this. I vow to help in any way I can.
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, I was trying to do a quick Google to see if he was in any of the previous games because he seems to be like someone she knows, but there's nothing that I can find.
And then I will see you again soon. I keep my promise, Tachibana. Tachibana?
Tachibana. Das Vidanya, Tachibana.
Please say hello to my sister, Elena, Magic from the X-Men.
Hang on, I must check my hairdo in my reflective arm. Yes, I still look. Of course, I'm counting on you.
So remember that the time I was possessed by the Sitorak.
Yeah, that was rough for everyone. Okay, cool.
And be careful on your way home.
Okay.
All caps. Utsugi Detective Agency. Is this where we do a debrief now?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we've done about a day's worth of work, so I think...
Hello, I'm back. And I can finally not talk in that accent.
You chose it.
Welcome back, Jeraffemy. I just got back too.
Good afternoon. Good to see you both. How did it go? What information were you able to uncover?
What did you do today? I went to Disney World. Oh,
Well, I found out that the police withheld the info about the paper bags 18 years ago to avoid provoking the public.
The bullshit excuse, but okay.
So they were worried about a copycat killer. I can see how that would have muddied the investigation.
Okay, cool.
I also learned about a missing person who knew the first victim. They found a lot of blood in his apartment.
Your tone is oddly off, but I will accept it.
Interesting. Seems a likely suspect, but also possible they were involved in some unrelated trouble.
Okay.
And last but not least, when I was investigating the crime scene, I spoke with a witness, the cab driver who brought me here, who saw a motorcycle parked near the scene of the crime. A motorcycle, eh?
Okay. Let's talk.
Were you aware that a young boy also went missing around the time of the killings 18 years ago? Yes. It was Makoto Kuze. There's my voice. Detective Kuze's brother. Okay, I'm glad you already knew about that wrinkle.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to
I was actually working with the police at the time as well.
So not only are the police rubbish at their jobs, so are you.
Inspector Kamada was overwhelmed with the serial murders, so he asked me to help with the missing person case.
By which I mean he was having to do so many murders, as in...
Of course, there was some speculation that the two were related. I see. The story goes that he went looking for his sister, Junko, who hadn't come home. He was never seen again.
So Junko was missing? That's new. That's new information. Oh, there we go. You're saying.
What? Wait, so what happened to Junko? I mean Detective Kuze. She came back alone, but she looked pretty shaken to me.
Shaken up, even.
Shaken up? Oh, shaken up, you say?
I meant to, but yeah. Thanks for picking up on what's on the screen.
I was curious and went back to visit Junko again another day. But that time, well...
She's dead.
She didn't say a word. After that, she refused to even see me when I visited.
Oh no, do you look like the murderer?
It's that smile, you know, the smile he always cracks.
Well,
Believe it or not, yesterday was the first time I have seen her since then.
please don't be creepy about it.
Ah,
Don't be creepy. Okay, cool.
I'm afraid that's all there is to that story. Now, let's hear what Ayumi found.
A really intense Russian man.
Ayumi, please go ahead.
Thank you for the permission.
Sure. Well, I went to investigate Minami Dyson Junior High School, Eisuke's. I asked around and it sounds like Eisuke was bright, popular, and got good grades. Of course, the students were shocked by his death. They said nothing unusual had been going on. Also, speaking of Eisuke, he seems to have been especially close with students Megumi Morimoto and Kohei Takaguchi. I spoke to Fukuyama, both students' homeroom teacher as well. Fukuyama was actually my senpai back when I was in the Naginata Club.
Da.
Nah. He also followed me home. Go
Ah.
away! Go away! Why is there a Naginata coming through the window? Hello!
Oh, really?
Eisuke's in a different class, but Fukuyama still promised to help the investigation.
That's great, Ayumi.
I know. Thanks. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Except
Until
for him
you
being
got a
all
bit
up in
close.
your face.
Katya, can you calm down, please?
Well, I'd like to hear you both review the evidence you gathered today.
Katya.
Your insights will be of great value to the overall investigation. Review! It's there!
Review!
Should we save?
Yeah.
Let's pre-save. Oh, look at that. Well, there you go. Okay, review! Why don't I start with the serial killings 18 years ago?
Alright.
I uncovered some info about Detective Kuze's brother, Makoto Kuze. He was another victim of the same killer who murdered those 3 girls. He was the one who killed those three girls. We can't yet be sure if he had anything to do with the killings.
Cool.
Option 3.
Gotta be, yeah.
We can't be sure yet if he had anything to do with the killings.
Sounds right to me.
Yes, but unfortunately that's not saying much. And we know even less.
Rude.
It is true that the murders stopped after Makoto disappeared. I am curious about that. Next, here's what we know about... Oh, sorry.
It could just be 2 completely unrelated things.
Yeah. Next, here's what we know about the ties between Ace Gay's case and the killings from 18 years ago. The killer from 18 years ago has become active again. He's our culprit. The killer in this case is a copycat. He's following in the footsteps of the killer from 18 years ago. We can't be sure if there's any connection between this murder and the ones from 18 years ago. I think it's option 3
The
again.
last one, obviously. Yeah, we don't know.
2 option 3s. Interesting.
I mean, I think it's just because we don't know what the options are. But
Yeah. We can't be sure if there's any connection between this murder and the ones from 18 years ago. That's right. Without evidence, we can't point to any kind of connection just yet.
that's right, Jeraffemy. Now let's see what you could have.
However... Oh, there it is. However...
Oh my god, dog. Sorry, my dog has moved. Look where she is now.
right by your foot.
Right behind me. Okay, I'm gonna have to be really careful when I move.
However, there is one thing that we can deduce.
Go on.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you're gonna make me guess it.
You're suggesting that the killer was likely imitating... What?
The smiling man?
Hang on, what?
No, we're gonna have to write. I think we're gonna have to write the smiling man in. That's weird that we have to write it in.
We've got 32 characters.
I think, yeah, that should be enough to write in the smiling man space.
That's interesting. Also, that they missed out space in between likely and imitating.
Yeah, that's weird.
I swear, if they want this to have capitals in it, I'll be annoyed.
No, I don't think they will. Let's try it.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
I wonder what you have. I wonder what it's looking for in that.
I think we should consider it a valid hypothesis.
Say something that confirms you understood what I wrote. You didn't. I'm immediately
We,
suspicious.
all in all... Oh, sorry, well sorry. We, all in all... Well, all in all, I am impressed with your reasoning.
He hasn't done or said anything that means that the game has understood what we said, which makes me suspicious. Way to play it cool there. Don't count me out just yet. I can still solve the case. We're meant to be working together, Emio, I swear to God.
As we proceed with the investigation, I'd like you to take a look at the Kuze siblings, Jeraffemy.
Yeah, she's gonna love that.
I have a feeling that Makoto Kuze's disappearance is relevant somehow.
Catch your face on.
Understood. As for you, Ayumi, can you see if you can get more info from the folks at at Manami Daisan Junior High.
Gotcha. I'm on it, but what about you, Mr. Utsugi? I'm going back to Disney.
I'm gonna sit here and have a beer.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go boxing, don't mind me. I'm going to dig into the Emio legend a bit more. There's something about the smiling man I want to confirm.
Gotcha. Stop being angry draft excluder, please.
I may be occupied for quite a while.
Gotcha, Solomon.
So Utsugi is going to look into something relating to the smiling man and will be occupied a while. Curious.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you I worked out what the flower was?
I don't know. Hold that thought, and when we've got through the rest of the chapter, we can come back to that. Mr. Utsugi marches to the beat of his own drum. So your old senpai is a teacher at the school, huh? It's great that you have a connection there.
Yes, it's fantastic. Yeah, that's right. Fukuyama even came to watch our club after graduation.
Sounds like a good mentor.
Yep. Totally, but boys weren't allowed to be part of the Naginata club at his. What?
Oh, your senpai is a man?
That's a weird. Why? What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, also we exchanged numbers, so you can let me know if you like.
Oh, great.
God, I wish I had your number, Ayumi. You called me earlier? Yeah! Yeah. Is there something wrong? You suddenly got weird about.
No, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all.
Cool, that's really reassuring. Okay, cool.
No, it's nothing.
Are we gonna have a weird thing where she acts like we asked her out, but we didn't? Okay, if you say so.
And thus concludes Chapter 2. Now, we're probably going to have to do what we did last time, in that we'll need to get to the first opportunity to save in the conversation.
Sure, let's do that.
According to Mr. Utsugi's directions, the house where the Kuze siblings lived should be around here.
They don't live there anymore.
Maybe I should ask for different directions. Oh, perfect.
Cool. Oh, save. Yeah.
So we'll save it over that one.
The one that's not locked.
Correct. And then lock.
Lock.
Well, there we go. And that, everybody, concludes Chapter 2 of Famicom Detective Club. Yay. So, Claire, before we go any further, the flower.
Okay, so I have a couple of stories. Could you turn the music down a wee bit, Jeremy?
yeah,
it's quite loud in my ears.
No, that's cool.
I don't
Bear
know
with
how
me.
loud it is on this chat.
There we go. I'll switch it over to my music on this end. Oh,
Excellent.
that started very weirdly. There we go.
So the flower, if you recall, I feel like I definitely spoke about this on last stream, but just in case anyone still.
You wanted to look into it. I remember that much.
I did. Because when the game was first announced, all we had was that, the short video of Emio, and we couldn't really see anything. But then they released the image of the purple flower, and it was very much a specific flower. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I remember,
almost
yeah.
like it almost looked a bit like a daffodil, but it wasn't quite right. And I remember thinking that plant looks familiar. Like I've seen that on a plant
You
somewhere.
literally were saying that last week. I remember.
But did I actually tell you what it was?
I think you were going to look into it.
Well, I found out a few weeks back. I can't remember if I actually told you, but basically, while I was looking up the names to write our listing of who's doing which voice, in order to do that, I wanted to make sure I used everyone's full name in case people referred to them by their surnames. We were like, who the hell was that again? We'd know. And there was like a strange little mini game being run on a Nintendo website where you could like play along with this little almost like point and click game. And but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I did a lot of searching based on the number of petals and the way, specifically the way that the kind of like center bits, I can never remember the names of, I think they're called anthers, are joined together like in one big clump rather than being like spread out like lilies are or whatever. And I was like, there's got to be like a family of plants where that happens. And there is, and it's called, I think I want to say it's called Solidae. Let me just quickly check.
While you're doing that, evening to you, Moth Fox. Hope all is well. Welcome home, as it were.
Hi. Solanaceae. But what they're more commonly known as is nightshade. Now, you're probably thinking deadly nightshade, right? Which is completely fair. It's not deadly nightshade though. Interesting fact, the nightshade family also includes chili peppers, bell peppers, tomatoes, and potatoes. So those are all technically nightshades, and they all have flowers on their plants, which become those fruit. So, but I couldn't work out, so I narrowed it down to that, but I couldn't work out which nightshade it was, right? And Nightshade from Gladiators, yes, who was also known for having... Yeah, exactly. Because the nightshades are an interesting one, because on one end of the scale, you've got like really basic, important foodstuffs for human living. And on the other end, we've got touch this and you'll die, which is pretty much plants in a nutshell, you know, like you eat the wrong bit, you're dead. But basically, while I was looking up these names, I found by accident that they had a clue listed. And the clue listed was this flower, right? I don't know if it becomes common or it comes a part of the story later, but they described it and they said, this is an eggplant flower, right? Eggplant is also a nightshade. So I was right. It is a nightshade, but specifically it is the flower of an eggplant. Now, did I tell you, thank you for did I tell you the story about good luck and eggplants in Japan?
You did not. Please proceed.
This is a fantastic story. Right, okay, so the Japanese word for eggplant is, I want to say, it's quite a short word. It starts with an N. I'm trying to remember what it is, but I'm quickly going to look it up. Eggplant. Now, obviously, when I say eggplant, I mean aubergine. That's what we call it in the UK. But it's the same plant. It's Nasu, N-A-S-U in Romaji. It sounds like the verb to achieve something.
Okay.
And because of that, eggplants are seen as good luck in Japan. Right? Now, there is a tradition in Japan that's called Hatsuyume, and it's the first dream you have of the new year. And what you dream about is considered prophetic as to how good your luck is going to be in that year. And they rank things on how lucky they are, right? The most lucky thing that you can dream of is Fujisan, Mount Fuji, right? You dream about Mount Fuji, you're in for a solid year if you dream about it on the night of Hatsuyume. The second most lucky thing is a hawk. And I'm not sure exactly why, but hawk, yep. Third thing's an egg, right? So it goes Mount Fuji, hawk, eggplant.
Okay, fair.
So the luckiest dream you could have would be a hawk flying over Mount Fuji with an eggplant in its talons.
The most luckiest of all dreams.
Literally. So it's interesting as well, the fact that not only is, and this might not come into the story at all, but the fact that it is specifically an eggplant flower and the eggplants themselves are known to be lucky in Japanese is interesting to me. Might not become a big part of the story, but I wanted to tell you about it nonetheless. Yeah, so, and also that links into another thing, which is I was going to talk about the taxi drivers. Do you remember?
I think so. Oh yeah, you mentioned earlier, yes.
Yeah, we didn't want to disrupt the flow of the episode.
This is about the mysterious phenomenon of the phone calls, right?
Yes, yeah, sometimes it was phone calls, but basically what happened was, cast your mind back, Jeremy, March 20...
Sorry, 20...
it was about 11.
Okay.
In March 2011, there was an earthquake in northeastern Japan, which caused terrible damage, but also caused a huge tsunami, which caused absolute terrible destruction.
Was that what led to the Fukushima disaster, if I've got my years right?
I think so. Yeah, it makes sense that they're all connected. But there's a coastal city called Ishinomaki, which it was a fishing town, and it was very badly affected by the fact, I don't know if you've seen videos of these waves, they don't look too scary, but the thing is they don't stop.
Yeah.
So they just literally, they hit the land and they keep going, and they just wipe everything out in their path. So many people died. It was horrendous. Something like 30,000 people lost their homes, 3,000 people were killed. It wiped out a school, it took all the children. Do you know what I mean? It's really rough. So over the last few years, they've been rebuilding this up, basically. So in 2016, about 5 years after this had happened, a sociology student at Tohoku Gakuen University interviewed 100 taxi drivers, specifically Ishinomakian taxi drivers. And as part of her thesis, she said to them, "Did you experience anything unusual in the quake and the tsunami?" A lot of them refused to talk to her on principle. But the ones who did, 7 of them basically said, okay, so this is what happened. I get a call to pick up a fare. I go to pick up the fare. I pick up the person. I start going where they're supposed to go. We're having a conversation. The conversation tails off, as it often does. We arrive at the location. I turn around. They're gone. And that happened to multiple taxi drivers. And the fact that the phone call was real, the fare was real, but the person just disappeared from the backseat of their cab. And they don't know how that happened. And they said one of the earliest incidents involved a young woman who hailed it, so she actually flagged it down near a public transport station. She was wearing a really big coat, like a winter coat, like you'd wear in March, but it wasn't March. It was like summer when she was picked up. And the taxi driver was just like, okay. And she said, "Can you take me to Minamihama?" And the driver said, "Minamihama's gone. You know, the tsunami wiped it out." And the woman just sat in the back and was just like, "Am I dead?" And then the driver turned around, she was gone. You know, there are so many, they make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the fact that they're taxi drivers as well, and there would have been records of this, you know? In another incident, a man asked the taxi driver to go up to the Hioriyami mountain, and then once they arrived, he'd gone. And then another occasion, a passenger asked to be taken to a specific address. He put it into Google Maps. And obviously, Google Maps takes a while to update when things happen. He arrived at the address and realized he couldn't get to it because the whole area had been flattened. And then when he turned around, they were gone, you know. And he turned around and goes, "Are you sure this is the right place?" And they're not there anymore. So it says, according to the Mirror, but this is someone who's talking to this person, Kudo felt the taxi driver's stories were reliable because they'd all started their meter. Why would they have started their meter if they hadn't got a fare? And it is very, very interesting, because I actually found out about this on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, which is generally a bit of a trashy show, but this one's super interesting because what they tend to try and do on Unsolved Mysteries is they do, they present someone who believes it absolutely and someone who is a skeptic. And they couldn't do this in Japan because they couldn't find a skeptic, but they tried to do it the same way. So what they did was they had a Shinto monk, I think, and he was giving quite detailed things of people he'd helped, you know, spirits who'd shown up who were upset a lot, you know. But then they'd go and talk to a chap who was a sociology professor. But that's the thing, even though he is talking about it in more of a kind of scientific way, he's still Japanese. And he was still raised with their respect for the spirits and the spirit world that we maybe don't have in the West. So even though he may not believe it himself or may not like hold it in such high regard, he's not going to talk shit on the other guy, you know, not in the way that all the other episodes have had. So I was telling Keith about this, my husband, I was like, it's trying to frame this as a versus when actually these two clearly would just get on and understand each other very, very well. Young people feel strongly chagrined at their deaths when they cannot meet the people they love, Kudo said to someone she was talking to. As they want to convey their bitterness, they may have chosen taxis, which are like private rooms, as a medium to do so. According to Kudo, drivers didn't report feeling scared during the incident. it's not that weird to see ghosts here, one taxi driver said to Kudo. If I find a ghost again, I'll accept it as my passenger. So I just thought that was very interesting. Yeah, people saying there are things like grief hallucinations, symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, you know, on the part of the taxi driver, which is very... But yeah, no, it was very, very interesting. And it's almost like it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really... Because true, it kind of stops meaning anything at that point. But yeah, so when that taxi driver started talking, I thought that was very interesting. Especially the woman who's just like, am I dead? And then they turn around and she's just gone. That's freaky. Or like, one of the ones in the show I remember was like, some people turned up outside and they were knocking on the door and they were just drenched. Like, it had been raining, but it wasn't raining. And they were like, can I come in? And the woman was like, no, you can't come in. You've got to go. And they were like, but we're scared. And she's like, I know, but you have to. And then she'd look out and they'd be gone. And I was just like, oh, it's the kind of thing that human brain really likes. Because I'm the skeptic as they come. And I'm like, I don't believe these people were ghosts. I do not. But at the same time, I didn't see them. You know, if I saw them, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. That was real. You know, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah, so there's a nice little ghost story to finish off that episode.
Oh, there we go. But you know what we're going to do now? I think that the best thing that I can do, first of all, is to go back to this window, but to select this window, because we need to talk about where people can find us. So, Felf, tell people about where you are and where they can find you and what you're doing as your Felfy Felf self.
So you can find me on the shores of Glasgow hailing a taxi later, like, to pay the fare. But if you can't find me there, you can find me on pages here. Mossbox is saying sounds something similar to Sirius's.
Oh, your voice is totally gone. Hang on. Let's do it. Let me switch to a different window. We'll do a refresh. So if you come back and we'll do a refresh. So you come back in a second. There we go. I want to make sure we get the voice out properly for when we do this. Oh, and my background's blowing in the wind because I've got a window open. So there you go. So now then we go back to hopefully this one. Oh, that's gone wrong. Hang on. There we go.
Harry, it's like BRB uninstalling Uber. Oh, Harry, you want some horror stories? Look up the guy who thought that Uber was telling him to kill people, and then he actually did. I was just reading Mothbox's thing about, sounds similar to something from Mysterious Disappearances from last series. Was the show called Mysterious Disappearances?
I honestly don't know.
I can't pass the sentence. But yeah, so my Linktree now has a background.
Ooh.
Look at me. Yeah, I haven't updated some things in a while. I'm mainly just making shit posts to my friends and having a good old gay old time. But yeah, come find me. I am your possum-coded Big Sib and I love you, and I promise if I book you a taxi, I won't disappear from it. Like, peace out. Jeremy, where can the people find you?
Best way to find me is via linktr.ee/Jeraffemy. There you've got the links to all the various things you need, this Twitch, the archives, of which if you want to find me on the YouTubes, the best way to do that to begin with, Jeraffemy Plays has your archives of the streams that we do, which the most recent ones include the Nintendo Indie World and part of the show. It's a great thumbnail, honestly. You can also find our part 1 of Emio stream as well if you want to check that out. Additionally, you can also find my unboxings YouTube channel, which if you want to see me unboxing some things and looking at the discs of various releases, you can, of which I've got a couple more edits in the can. One video will be launching either after I'm off the air or it'll be launching over the weekend. I'm just going to do it. It's a re-upload of the Sonic X on the disc video.
Yay!
So I have had an edit. I've left it up in the back end of YouTube for about a couple of months. It's not been flagged. Hopefully it's okay.
Jeremy just carefully puts his thumb over the last update date so you can't see when he last updated. Thank you, Mothbox. I found that now and I didn't know that existed, so I might have to go and check that out because that seems very much up my street.
And additionally, I will make note that if you want to find Bunkermania UK, which is a podcast platform, as it were, full of pop and geek culture and professional wrestling-based antics, you can find various things such as reviews of the recent Deadpool and Wolverine film. You can also see a review of the recent John Cena film, Jackpot, which I have not seen.
It's such a shame they couldn't actually get him to be in it, though. It's a shame.
There you go. You can also find our review of the AEW All-In pay-per-view, as I mentioned at the top of the show. Oh, and look at that. There is a quiz smash apparently scheduled for September the 25th.
Like,
there you
that
go.
wasn't there when I came online.
Breaking news, everybody. That's news to me, so there you go.
Jeremy, before you go, I have one last thing to say.
Sure.
You've got Bentleys in the West Indies.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter! And I think the reason you know that song is because The Rock was on it.
Yeah, it's by Wyclef Jean featuring The Rock.
There you go!
For some reason, I was singing that before we went on air, and I couldn't figure out why, but there you go.
There you go.
But folks,
All
thank
right,
you
then.
very much for joining us tonight. We will be back Friday next week, where it will be part 3 of Emio the Smiling Man. Now, this will be the final part as part of the demo portion of the game. From there, we're going to see where we're at and what we're thinking, but more than likely, we may go back to Ace Attorney or do something different if there's another demo or something we want to check out.
The plan is to, whatever we do, the plan is to stop playing Emio here.
Yeah.
We may return to it later. In fact, to be honest, we probably will, let's be honest, because we're enjoying it a lot. But the plan was always to put a pin in Emio and come back to it later.
Want to give the game time to breathe, if you will.
Yes, we're gonna take the cork out and put it on the table and get the spaghetti bolognese ready. That's what we're gonna do.
There you go. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back Friday next week. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Until then, take care, have fun, enjoy the weather, whatever you're doing, and bye.